Avast, ahoy, and g'day once again to ye mateys. I did nothing. The pavement was his enemy, and I be your DM, Josh the Pirate. And it brings me more satisfaction than killing a predatory alien who just iced my whole squad using only sharpened sticks and a ghillie suit to welcome me back to Corsair's Cove and my Humblewood world for some more of hearts and homes. With me, above me, and around me, I have my hearty crew. A demonstration of why you should not drink and bake. It's Karen Schlink. It's not a tumor. It's Zach the Renegade Chicken. And remember when she said she'd kill you last? She lied. It's Jess the Queen Binch.
Diet Cokes came out of my nose.
Do you think
I know who you're quoting.
Yes. Mine was from Twins. I did nothing. The pavement was his enemy. Raw Deal was Karen's. Do not drink and bake. Kindergarten Cop. It's not a tumor. I didn't actually know that was from Kindergarten Cop. I've never seen it. And Commando. Remember when I told you I'd kill you last? I lied. Yes. Hey, Dak. We've all got chopsticks. Hey, Dak. How are you, buddy? So let's talk about these lovely folks. Shut up. Karen, who the absolute heck are you? Coughing badly.
Hello, I am Karen, sometimes known as the mother of bunnies, or that coughing person in the corner. I'm a performer, a writer, an internet addict. You can follow me on the Twitter, at Mother O Bunnies. They wouldn't let me have the F for reasons. Or you can find me here, semi-regularly. On Tuesday nights I play Baldur's Gate 3, which is loads of fun. And yeah, here on Thursdays for this.
Well, this week. Next week, it might be Wednesday. We don't know. Things are in the air. Medical procedures may need to be performed. Things may change. We will keep you posted. Jess, who the heck are you?
I am also so well. You've got no idea how not sick I am.
We're all very well.
Yeah, somehow, the whatever the hell you guys had traveled all the way over to the other side of the country and nestled itself in my lungs. I hope not. I don't know what it is, but I'm on antibiotics for it.
Fantastic.
It's none of the big four. So yeah, I'm so well. I've been so well since last Friday. You've got no idea how good I'm feeling. That being said, I am so keen to play little Milo.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'm Jess. I will be Milo. Hurry up, I want to play him.
Very well. Zach, who the heck are you? Quickly, she's in trouble.
Hello, I'm Zach, or the Renegade Chicken. I homebrew things sometimes, and I play games, and now I sleep with a Bane mask, and tonight I'll be playing Kingsley Guiltcrest.
It's real weird, man.
Just a bard. Don't worry about it. Also, yes, sleep apnea is a hell of a drug.
Sleeping properly is a hell of a drug. And I be Josh the Pirate.
I might be hooked.
It's been a while for me. I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove, where I run D&D and other RPG-related games from the lovely wife Karen, the mother of bunnies, and all Miss Splendid friends like these wonderful bastards. I'm also a professional dungeon master around Perth. You can find me in... hey, Tank, thanks very much for the cheers, you bloody cheers. Yeah, all around Perth playing D&D. I'm going down to Bridgetown this weekend to play more D&D. I'm also going to introduce some of those wonderful folks down there to the joys of Major Magica. Because enough of them are keen to do it that we're gonna do it. Yeah,
we have to play that soon.
It's
I'm keen to try it.
We need to play the Dadlands one-page RPG first, though.
There's many things we have to do. Nice Marines is also on the list. And I want to try Honey Heist at some point. Yeah, there's a lot to get done. But while we do that, if you like my majestic voice, you can check me out in the podcast There Be Dragons, where I play the infamous and deadly pirate Scan Felspar und his little dragon Rosh. Yeah, tonight I am your humble DM. I must also remind our audience that time is racing toward us till the Huns arrive. Heed my every order, and you might like, follow, and subscribe to all of the things, you bloody champions. We have all the exclamation marks.
TOS.
We have a Discord if you want to come and hang out with us there, and we have the YouTube. There you go. So you can check out all the episodes you may have missed, including the previous episode of this little 3-part adventure that we are engaged in what we are doing right now. Karen, could you tell us about the Ukraine, please?
I can. You may have heard of the Ukrainian area. It's kind of been in a war for like 2.5 years because of Russia and stuff. And it's not great. It continues to not be great over there. But if you are able to do so, we would love it if you could donate to the Emergency Action Appeal. That is the link in chat. It is charities not-for-profits from Australia that are banding together to support Ukrainian refugees. Assuming they haven't changed the layout of the page recently, you can either donate generally to the cause, or you can select your preferred charity or not-for-profit to direct your pennies towards.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Donations over $3 are tax deductible.
I think it's $2, isn't it? $2?
Yeah, I realised I forgot to put my charity donation on my tax return.
And we are affiliated with a couple of wonderful sets of beans. We are affiliated with Woot & Forge Gaming Accessories. Check out their stuff at wootandforge.com/Corsairs Cove. They make a whole bunch of wonderful stuff, and they're going to be down at Bridgetown as well, which is really heckin' cool. Like this gorgeous Jarrah... No, this isn't Jarrah. It's just what I normally say. This is my Humblewood 100th episode commemorative adventurer's chest. And it's heckin' lovely. This is Chewit. And it's got padded little bits on the inside. That's instructions. Yeah. It's very pretty. I love. And on the back is the Woot & Forge logo. They laser engrave into it. Chewit is, if you're considering a wood to get, Chewit is one of the ones to do, I would say. It is so hecking smooth. It's got this gorgeous texture to it. Jarrah, also fun. I love the Jarrah. Jarrah is a solid hardwood. That is native to WA, and they do some really cool stuff. Check it out, wootandforge.com/Corsairs Cove, and if you do, we get a cheeky little kickback, you bloody champions, because I don't shill, but I do have bills. And speaking of having bills but not shilling, we are also affiliated with Troll Games. Those guys over there just finished up their new Kickstarter for Castles and Crusades Reforged. That is their own game system that they run. They have made it completely OGL free. They've ditched any OGL content left in it, so it is now a pure TTRPG gaming experience that there is no danger of anybody coming along and saying, "Hey, that's mine, I'm Hasbro and I'm a dickhead." That's my impression of Hasbro.
Pretty good.
I'm quite good at it, yeah. Those lovely folks over at the Troll Lord of the Games gave us a few codes to give away, so we're going to do that. We're going to start a giveaway right about meow. So if you want to go into the draw to win a Troll Lord Games voucher, you can, because the giveaway just started. So if you type !ticket in chat, you go into the draw to win, like Shanahos just did, and also the Tank Hunter, and also Renegade Chicken. All of those people are smart and clever and are in the draw to win, and that's not necessarily related, as is the Queen Bench as well. Good, excellent. You're all up there in the draw to win. Congratulations. You have a 1 in 20. You have a 25% chance at the moment. So, guys, what the absolute heck happened last time? Oh, the noises that are gracing your ear holes that are not our voices, that's Sirenscape. They're also great people. Not sponsors, but very handy. Check them out, sirenscape.com. You might be smart and clever, Josh the Pirate. That's you, sir, are handsome. Thank you very much, Tank Hunter. I might be smart and clever, but I am handsome. Look, everybody here, very talented and lovely. Guys, what the heck happened last time?
Okay, so I think last time, I believe it was the beginnings of everything. So it started with, I believe, Kiki and Kingsley kind of just spending some time hanging out back in Espinora before a very frightened looking and slightly singed Milo came kicking the door down after, how could I forget, an excellent little sort of narrative scene of Milo fleeing the sort of ghost fog that we later learned was assailing everything. Effectively, we took Milo to go see Aloani and Aravis at the lighthouse, and they basically encouraged us to go have a look, but not to engage. Just observe, and sort of see what information we could bring back. So we went out looking. We found our way to one of the villages. I I believe, the village housing the elder who had told Milo to come find us. On our way, we found a dinosaur friend who we managed to convince we were friends and heal them and sort of send them on their way, and they seemed to be relatively well. But upon making it back to the village, we found a lot of bodies, unfortunately. We did find several survivors. We found that I believe Elder's daughter was still alive and also searching for other survivors. And it turned out that the Elder and some of the townsfolk had made it away, although all those who had chosen to stand and fight had unfortunately perished. But one kid who was in there, one teen who I think was also an apprentice Green Warden, Jones, yes. We managed to basically get him to run back to the city to send for help. And we also uncovered through some... Oh yeah, them, sorry. And we also uncovered through some clever remembering from Milo and some clever deduction from Kiki that the ghosts seem to match up with what we expect of some sort of general or high-ranking military official from the old Eluran Empire, and that it appears that they are retracing steps they may have taken while they were still alive, as they do not appear to be going out of their way to kill people, but are not hesitating to kill anyone who gets in their way.
Very well. The village was called Octomocti, and the Ankylosaurus was what we christened Thin Lizzie.
That's right.
Yes. The village elder was named Etal, and her daughter was Marilla?
Thank you. I'm
Jones,
good at
yes.
remembering sequences. I'm fucking
Names
woeful with names.
Names are really hard. Thank you very much, Zach. I'm going to give you an inspiration for that excellent recap there. Thank you kindly.
Why, thank you.
Right,
If you think I'm going to be able to duplicate Milo's voice from last week, you're wrong.
Alrighty, so to remind you all, Kingsley has an inspiration and a D4, Kiki has a D4, and Milo has an inspiration, just so that you know you are all sorted out a little bit there by the lovely audience last week. Tony Carlstrom just resub for 13 months, you bloody champion, Tony. Have a good evening.
Tony.
Don't forget to type ! ticket in chat, Tony. And we will get into it.
I love Tony.
We do love Tony.
We do.
So,
We love
mateys, Tony, I hope your
game
sleep
was so much
schedule has
fun.
gotten a little bit better. Getting a little bit of an echo. Yeah, I think Karen had the door open at one point, Tony.
Yeah, sorry, I thought I'd muted the mic because the dog is being indecisive. Up, down, in, out. She just doesn't know what she wants.
I also want to be out, but I want it both now.
She wants to be both in and out of the office and on and off my lap.
I can hear Daddy, but I also want to sit on Mummy's lap, but I also want to be near Daddy. Why are you not together? So, mateys, may your friends be infested with only the sweetest of jungle varmints, and all the ancient osteoderms you meet be friendly and uninjured as we head tremulously at first, and then with mounting heat and passion, into the Everden. And in case you're wondering, I did Google it. That is what an osteoderm is. An ankylosaurus is an osteoderm, not like a sauropod or yes, one of those things. It's an osteoderm. It's a very specific kind of dinosaur.
dinosaur.
Ones that have bony
As in
deposits,
bony deposits
on
on
their
them,
scales
yeah.
and stuff. Because bone
Bone
skin.
skin. Yeah, literally. Yeah. Heading
My teeth
along
are
the jungle
osteoderms.
path, the heavens open and it begins to rain. Sorry, actually, I missed a paragraph there. We return to the southern lands of the Tangle Wilds, where the jungle villagers have been in low spirits. Sorry, read that wrong. They have been brought low by spirits. Kiki, Kingsley, and their pal Milo are looking into the causes of these attacks. Heading along the jungle path, the heavens open and it begins to rain. After a couple of hours, heading out of Octomocti, you come to a depression off the main road. It is surrounded by trees and hard to spot, but you have with you an experienced woodsman. Milo points it out with ease. He's definitely been here before. What tracks the ghosts have left have definitely been washed away by the rain, and the path does continue on from this depression. However, within the depression, a low-lying fog covers the ground, and emerging from it, tombstones and statuary leer down at you. Leer down at you. Scattered around are various mausoleums, stone structures encrusted with a bit of growth, a bit of like vines and stuff, but mostly carved scenes, presumably from the lives of those interred within, though there is no discernible pattern to their sort of distribution throughout the area. There are no clear pathways or roads. It's really just an overgrown grave site with wispy mist wisping around mistily. Siri, come here. Or is she in there now? Yeah. Siri, come here.
So she's wandering around my study looking slightly distressed, like she just doesn't know what she wants. She wants something.
I don't know what I want, but I want it now. Rah.
You should know she all had a very hard day napping on the chair next to me while I worked.
So put upon, aren't they?
Yeah, it's really hard being Siri.
Hard for Siri.
I believe it.
All right, so what do you do?
Sorry, I'm looking at her eyebrows.
I do think that as we make it to the edge, kind of this this sort of area, I think that Kingsley is going to. If we're up against the undead here, we're obviously up against some magic. I'm assuming we're probably not going to be able to sneak up on them on their home turf, right?
Well, they're kind of... Wrong voice.
Yeah, that's Cash.
Look.
Wow, they're kind of... They're not attacking anyone directly.
No.
So... we might be able to sneak up on it. They're not super invested in paying attention to things that aren't getting in their way.
I'm trying to remember Milo's voice. This isn't it.
Pretty close.
Is it? Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
I think just a bit breathier, if memory serves.
We could try.
I think Kingsley will nod in that case and will, I think, put away the lyre that he was pulling out. I was going to do something, but it will make noise. So if we're planning on sneaking, I will refrain.
Are you being relatively quiet right now? You're not having this conversation very loudly. It's more sort of a...
I think just like... Yeah, not necessarily whispers, but I definitely think he would have defaulted to sort of hushed tones until he confirmed.
Very well.
I feel like just being in a cemetery kind of makes you just lower the volume naturally.
Natural instinct to be respectful and such.
Yeah.
On then. Coming back to you, Karen.
Dog.
I hear mummy. The Star Platinum, thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag. So, can I get a perception check from all of you, please? First roll of the stream. I think now would be an appropriate time to check whether or not you guys notice any shit. Ooh.
I don't really see much. Can I use my passive perception?
13.
No, it's an active looking around thing, I'm afraid. I feel like, because you would be. A 13 and a 16 from Kingsley. Alrighty. So Milo and Kiki, you notice that it is perhaps odd that the jungle has not consumed this place. While it is lush, it is not overgrown. And the Ellerin Empire was the people who were burying stuff here, and no one's been... They fell 200 years ago. So these people... This place hasn't been maintained in decades. Yet, whilst it doesn't look maintained, it's definitely odd that the jungle hasn't sort of completely overgrown it. Kingsley, on the other hand, noticed this as well, but also notices a pair of spectral figures standing perfectly still outside a particularly grand stone manse. One is an Ellerin, the other a Terran. So a catfolk and a batfolk. Both are armed with age-worn, though still potent-looking blades, which seem more corporeal than the rest of them, actually. The figures are composed of blue and purple mist, which waft gently in the breeze. And if you want an example of what they look like...
Oh.
I happen to... I don't have any that are actually Elirins or Catfolk or whatever, but I based them a little bit on my ghosty boys from Warhammer.
Excellent.
So this is that sort of
your
like
Necrons.
No, this is Age of Sigmar. These are Nighthaunt.
Oh, never mind.
They're
Fair
actually
enough.
ghosts. Like, this one doesn't have
full on.
feet. It is connected to
yeah.
the ground by wisps.
Excellent.
So, yeah, and that... Actually, you would notice that. These do not have feet. They sort of just waft their torsos with tendrils.
That'd be why there's no footprints.
No footprints.
I think that was creepy. Noticing that, I think Kingsley will sort of crouch, sort of like putting a hand on both of the other two shoulders and just quietly pointing the two figures out and just... I think that's where we're looking next, but one moment. And if I may do something quickly, as I have noticed, if I noticed the same thing that the other two did, that the plants don't seem to have overgrown this place, which is strange. There are plants in here though, right?
Yes. Oh, the place
It's just that they haven't sort of overgrown it. Cool.
Yeah, it's just sort of normal undergrowth.
Yeah.
This area is open to the sky, whereas most of this jungle is like the trees are everywhere. The trees have been cleared. Normally, the trees in 100 years would have definitely reclaimed this place.
I think in that case, because we're still close to the edge of this graveyard, right?
Correct.
Cool.
I
In that
assume
case,
so, yes.
I would
Come
like to
closer.
move. I'm going to move a little bit back towards the edge again, and I think he's going to search for, if he can, either preferably a sprout, but either way, he's looking for some sort of a tree close-ish to the edge, and I'm going to take advantage of seed speech again, as I think Kingsley moves over to the tree, and is going to put a sort of claw against it, and just I think, hey, old friend, I see your kind have not regrown here. Is something keeping you out?
Remind me how much they are capable of saying? Comprehensive speech, or is it...
Stomps away and speak with plants.
Fuck
I'm
you.
sorry, I didn't know.
Sorry, there is another thing I want to do also.
Yeah, no worries.
It says here, I can... I'm able to interpret their responses in simple language.
Right, cool. You get back killed, cleared, banished, dead, all dead, ground dead. Ground bad.
Yeah. Okay. So, I think he'll nod and thank you. Before sort of stepping away back towards the others and crouching down next to them. We'll just... Well, the trees say the ground here is bad, so I'm guessing, especially given we're dealing with undead, that it's either cursed or corrupted in some way that prevents things from properly growing back.
Like, there is a bit of ground cover, but it's nothing very big. It's all like short, small ferns and stuff.
Yeah. So maybe not something that stops anything growing, but kind of just...
Anything big.
Yeah.
Won't support anything of any significant size. Yeah. Milo, you had a thought.
Yeah, sorry about that. Not about the thought, about interruption.
How dare you think things
For real.
on my channel?
Right? It hurts if that helps. If that makes it any better.
I'll allow it then.
So, question, Josh. Are there any, like, little birds, mice, anything scampering around here?
That would be a nature or perception, whichever is better.
Oh, definitely nature. It's +4 and I get an extra +2 because I'm in my chosen terrain. Ah!
Which is good.
Can you see that dice? On your
No, only
screen?
you can see the dice.
It's
We just see the
cocked
number.
between a 4 and an 18 on mine.
That's rubbish. Well,
Unlucky.
it is just a
That's a 10.
visualizer of a random number generator. It doesn't have gravity.
It makes me so mad. Why does it look like it's cocked? That shouldn't be allowed.
A 10. You definitely see some. You can even hear some right now. Sirenscape is a wonderful thing. But, they are giving this place a wide berth. The nearest are in trees, probably a bit of a ways back from the one Kingsley spoke to.
Alright, so it would be noticed by these ghosts if a little mouse scampered past them and into the...
Oh, the building they are guarding has a solid door. Made of stone. That is closed.
Second then. Are there any cracks?
No.
There's nothing. It is completely
Like a mouse,
sealed.
like a cockroach would probably be able to get through. A mouse,
Perfect.
maybe.
No, that's perfect for me.
You got a cockroach on you somewhere, I'm sure.
Nope, I'm gonna do something even better.
Oh.
I have Swarm Keeper magic.
Cool.
So Milo's going to kind of turn to Kiki and Kingsley, and he's just gonna go, "Can you hold my little guys? I'll be right back." And out of his spines, there's gonna be like a flood of, you got frogs, you got mice, you got bugs, you got, somehow there's a snake in there.
Yeah.
And they're all just gonna settle with you guys, probably a lot of them on Kingsley. And if you got any bags, they're in them.
Okay.
And when you turn back to Milo, he is no longer there, but there is a vaguely Milo-shaped cloud of mist, as I'm going to use gaseous form.
Hell yeah. Hey, Kanga, nice to see you. Thanks for
Transform a willing creature you touch, along with everything it's wearing and carrying, into a misty cloud for the duration, which is an hour. Spell ends if the creature drops to 0 hit points, and incorporeal creature isn't affected.
joining us. Amazing.
I have a fly speed of 10 feet. It's my only method of movement.
Are
I can enter
are
and
you
occupy.
visible?
Yes, as mist.
Okay.
Can enter and occupy the space of another creature. Resistance to non-magical damage.
Indistinguishable from the other mist.
Mm-hmm.
That's a valid point. Alright, Dead
Completely
Buddy, thank you very
indistinguishable.
much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag. I played D&D with Dead Bunny less than 2 hours ago. So that's fun. Yeah. So you turn into mist and then become one with the other mist. I wonder if it's possible to lose oneself in mist if one is mist.
Let's find out.
Well, also Milo is very short. And the mist probably actually covers him.
It literally turns him into mist, as this Milo-shaped mist just dissipates into the rest of it.
He's just mist. Alrighty, so you fucking disappear. And you
Pass through small holes, narrow openings, and even near cracks, though it treats liquids as though they are solid surfaces.
That is okay. So you are going to waft your way up to and through past these beings. I will get you to make a stealth check with advantage.
I have a
For
+9 to
reasons
this.
They may well still be able to detect you.
As that's happening, I think
With
Kingsley,
a 27?
27's pretty bloody good. Yes, Kingsley?
Sorry, honey.
Oh no, you're good. I was just gonna say he's gonna look over towards Kiki, obviously not knowing where Milo has gone, and just, I suppose we just wait here, and maybe he'll be back.
Yes, so.
I wish people would explain themselves before they run off on suicide missions.
Saw a suicide mission and I drifted off. Wafted, even.
Waft. I wonder
I'm just gonna
if
see
there's a
what's
strong
inside.
breeze and you're in gaseous form, can you move? You're like, no! Literally
I'm
blown
going
away.
to see if it says anything about that.
That would be so
There is
funny
no
if you
strong
turned into
breeze, but it
gaseous
would be
form and then
It
just
doesn't. It,
Gust
blown
out.
away.
it doesn't specify.
So you waft right past them, and these two sentries do not notice you at all. Milo, you appear on the far side of the stone chamber. Beyond,
I'm still missed.
yeah, you are. So how you can still see stuff though as mist, right? As you appear
Yep.
on the far side. Beyond the door is a stairway which leads down to a 40-foot wide vault, the walls of which are covered in carvings and imagery. You would guess the deeds of the occupants.
Can I make it in there?
You can definitely get there. The other two, however, are not capable of following you. But yeah, there is no ghosts or anything in here.
There's nothing.
Oh, there is stuff, but it's all pictures on the walls, basically. It does go beyond. You can see a doorway that leads beyond there.
Should I go through the doorway and report back?
Look, I think you've gone to the effort of going in there, yeah. Go
right.
snoop.
You
He's
go...
wanted to do this for a long time.
So beyond this chamber is a stone archway leading out to a huge underground chasm, spanned by a stone bridge that looks exceptionally rickety. On either side along its length, scattered without regularity, are statues of various knights and the creatures they fought, seeming to stand guard. As I say, it does not look particularly sturdy. And then beyond it, there is another thing.
Rickety bridge. Sorry, I'm just trying to take some of this down as well.
Yep, noted. That's all good. This is all sort of ancient history, Dead Bunny. This is from an empire that died over 200 years ago, and Milo is not a book person.
That's why he's taking as much down in his little brain as he can,
Yep.
and he's going to report it back to everyone. So we know now to bring some rope. I just don't want my friends falling and dying because I brought them out here.
Valid.
I do have a flying speed, so I'm going to waft over the bridge. I don't
Alright,
even have to
yeah.
use the bridge. I'll just use the outskirts of the room.
Okay, well, on either side of the bridge are two other bridges. And this is where it starts to get a little bit interesting. The bridges are fucking identical to this one. You waft up to the far side. Reaching the end of the bridge, you pass through another doorway and find yourself in a burial chamber. Would be your guess. Over 24 sarcophagi.
Anybody here?
Nope.
Ha!
There is one being, one sort of figure. However, they're dead. They're very dead. And not like a ghost dead. They're just dead. Seated on a stone throne at the head of the chamber is a large Eluran. Or at least they were a couple of hundred years ago. They are now strips of bandage and bleached bone. Their armor, intricate though clearly ceremonial, and they hold across their lap a huge greatsword. The room is dry with the dust of ages.
And this was the only door?
This is the end, yeah.
And 24 sarcophagi.
Yes.
I can't worm my way into one of those and check, can I?
Yeah, I reckon a couple of them are probably a little bit open. So yeah, you could definitely worm your way in. I don't know how hard it is, how easy it is to see when you're in the box. Like, can you see in the dark?
No.
Actually, come to think of it, if you can't see in the dark, then you haven't been able to see shit this entire time.
Actually, I don't know.
Use Gary.
A second.
You don't have Gary with you. Gary is a worm made exclusively of books that the guys this afternoon tamed rather than fought.
Amazing.
Good work.
classic.
Good work. I like your style.
classic.
Solid use of a ring of shrinking that is cursed so that the person who puts it on cannot remove it. So they put it on Gary on one of his eye stalks, because he's basically a giant slug made of books. and it shrank down to the size of like my hand, and then they put it in a tinderbox and tamed it. I'm like,
If you would like, it would cost me a spell slot to have cast Dark Vision on myself before this.
I think that would be the only way to make this make sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm happy to, chuck that spell slot
You were
down.
about to go underground, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah, you have done that. And getting into one of these, wisping mistily into one of these sarcophagus, you kind of open your eyes, and it's not at all pleasant. You are face to feet with, and it could have been much worse, you could have been face to face.
Right in the wrong end.
Yeah, you are face to feet with a set of armored boots. They are cloven like the hooves of a servant.
Alright. 24 sarcophagi full of shoes.
I mean, if you follow it
lot
up
of shoes.
around and sort of maneuver yourself around, you can determine that it is a corpse, a skeleton in armor. And the skeleton has a distinctive servant appearance because it's got antlers. This, you probably chose it because it was the largest, because this sarcophagus is like 9 feet long. and quite wide as well to accommodate the rack. Face to face with an armored boot. Oh no, a red cap. Yes, it's actually the Norse god Balder, who the Norse gods have some fucking weird shit. So Balder, the Norse god, was a brother of Thor, and he collected all the shoe leather from people. He would go from village to village and collect all their extra shoe leather from their old boots, and he would strap it to his one shoe. So that he had this massive fucking shoe that was so thick, all the leather on it was just so thick, no bite could pierce it. And he kicks Fenrir the wolf god in the mouth and it can't chew his foot off because his foot is so fucking huge.
Imagine you get your brother's like literally the god of thunder and you have to be shoe guy.
Yeah, but on the other hand, he survives Ragnarok while the others do not.
That's true. It's
The shoe
it's the strength
that
of that
saved
shoe.
the world is literally, there's a song about it, it's excellent. Hey, Lost Archives!
Hello.
Yeah, metal is so good for history songs. That was the Brothers of Metal released the song, yes, The Other Son of Odin. And it's a belter, I recommend. Hey, Lost Archives, good to see you guys. Thanks so much for the raid. Favorite raid emotes up in chat. You excellent individuals. Guys, what are you doing tonight? It's Thursday night. What is it a map night? Do we doing maps tonight? Welcome, Lost Archives. Let us have a shout out for the excellent folks over at the Lost Archives. Lost? Is it just Lost? It is Lost, right? No, it's The Lost.
The Lost.
There you are. Boom. What were they doing? They were doing D&D. Well, I'm hardly surprised by that. But what D&D were you doing, you folks? Yeah, Owen, you bloody champion. Thank you so much for bringing your folks here. We are back in the Humblewood in Espinora, in the Tangle Wilds, investigating a ghosty situation. Milo has cast gaseous form on themselves and then climbed into a giant sarcophagus.
It's not pleasant.
Not a choice I'd have made, gotta be
Not
honest.
nice.
Yeah.
Just
Avatar
cool,
Legends
normal
tonight.
stuff.
Ooh. How did that go? The thing is, I can't relate to it. I don't know. So they're in Kyoshi era. Ooh, loving Kyoshi. I do not know Avatar at all. I never watched the show. It's not my anime. But I have seen the game. We've run it here on the channel. My younger brother, Rhythm in the Mind, ran it as a guest DM for us. He was the very first guest DM on the channel, actually. And it was rather good. We enjoyed it. Need to watch the show. I know, I am here. I am told this a lot. Zubu. Tabsu. So, Milo, you're in a thing.
Oh yeah, I don't like it in here. I'd like to go home now.
Okay, you float back, you missed your way back. Probably takes Milo about sort of
What's
10 minutes
at
to
the
do this.
bottom under the bridge?
Oh, it is a chasm all the way down. I mean, you take a peek over, you've got dark vision to 120 feet, you can't see the bottom. How far down do you float if you want to float?
How far does it let me?
If you float 300 feet down, you still can't see the bottom?
500?
Yeah, at the bottom you find some jagged rocks and stuff. About
Apple
500 feet
guys.
down. No, actually.
So either this massive little trap has been useless up until now, or something's eating them.
Just
Anyway.
very rickety. Not necessarily a trap, just very rickety.
Is there any evidence of this outside the mausoleum?
Evidence of what?
The massive chasm.
A giant chasm underground. So you to get there, you had to go about 100 feet down. But no. More of a vault, I suppose, in the ground rather than a chasm. There was a
really
roof
cool.
over it. Yeah. All right, can I scroll back up to the top of my notes because you just skipped past the entire?
Oh, sorry. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to.
No, it's good scouting. I love it. Solid
float my
scouting.
way out.
You float back out. You come back to your mates. Your mates are like, "I really wish we knew what he was going to do before he fucked off for 10 minutes."
He just said, "I'll be right
Skulking
back."
in the mist, hoping everything's
sorry,
okay.
I
With a
totally forgot
whole
about that
bunch
part.
of critters, like
Sorry,
snakes and
gang.
frogs, and yeah.
You're fine.
I was like, "Here,
So,
hold this." Turned
A
into gas
ghost
and left.
Milo reappears and then pops him back into solid.
So I went into the vault.
It's a vault.
Oh yeah, there's like 25 guys in there. That's not his voice. There's like 25 guys in there.
Oh. I assumed it would have been a place of rest.
Yeah, they're all dead. Until
Right.
they've all got swords and armor.
Right.
Right. And how many did you say?
25.
25. Right.
Ish.
It
One really big one.
just occurred to me.
Yes.
Does the path these ghosts have been beating through the forest, does that continue after this graveyard, or can we not tell?
Yep.
So this is
You
their
can't tell if they kept going or if, because you know that this is where they were going, following the path, but you don't know if they stopped here or kept going.
Gotcha.
Zach, you could ask the trees.
I could.
It is, however, one big loop. You did determine this after conversation with Marilla and Milo last week, that they have done a whole big loop, and that this was just the last village on the line.
Yeah. I did have one question. So, hearing particularly that there was one big guy, and the description of this enormous Elurin on the back of this lizard sort of warrior.
Reminder
I
that
know-
Milo has no idea what it is.
That's fine. But I know the others rolled for history last week, but I hadn't rolled yet, and I was wondering,
Sure.
taking this from the angle, not that Kingsley is a book person, because he isn't, but purely from the perspective of a traveling bard,
Sure.
would I
Yeah,
remember any sort of stories or tales or like sort of songs or anything that might, whether in good or bad light, sort of remember somebody that fits this description, or like a march that fits what we've seen?
Yes. All right. Make a history check.
If he sees you thinking hard, Milo's gonna cast guidance on you.
Sure.
I'm going to say he did this while Milo was away.
Very
but
fair, never mind.
A 12.
12, unfortunately.
Not enough,
actually-
really. Oh, you do have a D4 and an inspiration as well, though.
Do it.
I'm not going to burn the inspiration, but I will burn the
D4
D4.
is, might bump it.
It's only a 2, so it's a 14.
A 14. Tales from the Elurin Empire, like story. So they're not very popular.
No, I was kind of
songs
almost
from the
imagining it
Empire.
in the way of like occasionally when you hear about like tales that are remembered of like terrible kings and queens and stuff, not from the perspective of, oh, remember this, but like, remember this shithouse king that we killed? Yeah, that guy sucked.
Well,
Like-
there are plenty of those. There are plenty of those that cast the Empire as a whole as the villain. However, you do recall one song about very rare to find a story about the Empire that is positive. And this isn't about the Empire, but about an order of knights within it. The Knights of Qril. And the Knights of Qril, when they conquered a place, Qril, if you want the spelling, would stay and rebuild it, and make certain that the lives of the people who lived there were improved by the fact that they had taken over.
Okay.
They were considered to be, in the latter stages of the Ellyrian Empire, just about the only fucking positive thing for it if you were not of the Empire itself.
So almost like altruistic conquerors, kind of.
Yeah, they were like, look, if we are doing this for the Empire, and it's happening, make your peace with it, but we will help you make your peace with it. And unless you die fighting us, it'll be okay. We promise. And they made absolutely bloody certain that it was.
That's interesting, but also definitely does not match what we have seen from these knights, at least.
Serum, there are loads of statues and so many fucking frogs. Hang in there, you will get to make the joke more. Good to see you, buddy. How have you been? It's lovely to see you. Long time.
Yes.
Hearts in chat for Serum. Serum was our very, very first tech, for those of you who do not know him. When I was first setting up the channel, Serum set up the Discord. Serum was the original tech for the Humblewood game over on Roll for Damage.
I gigantified it.
You've been great. I am glad to hear it. And your little girl as well, your lovely Sage, I hope she is well. So, Kingsley's burned the D4. Let's get rid of that. Very nice.
Interesting.
She's amazing.
I don't know that he'd vocalize it right now necessarily, especially given if I'm doing this while Milo has been gone. I don't know that there's anything pertinent in it. So he'll keep that sort of nugget of knowledge, but we'll share it if at any point it becomes relevant.
Very well.
Because these guys do not, I think in any way, match the description of the Knights of Qril as, rather than killing people and then making everything alright, they have just completely left them untouched, except for the ones they killed and just left.
They've stabbed them and run away.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Okay. Well...
What do? You're about 100 feet away from this mortuary, with a couple of purple-blue ghosty boys hanging around outside of it. They both look like they mean business. They do not look like pushovers by any stretch.
Milo is going to describe the hieroglyphs to Kiki and Kingsley, if that's okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Yeah. Not so much hieroglyphs as, drawn stories. Yeah. But hard to, without going and having a full investigate of it. But yeah, there was definitely, similar to what is drawn on the other mausoleums, of sort of the art of deeds and legends of the people within. Looks like there was too much to write on the outside of this one, so they did it in underground instead. Would be pictographs, yes, pictograms.
Like tapestries, but just...
Bas relief, yes, all of these things.
More permanent.
Hey, Bish Bosh.
Okay. Right.
Sorry, Karen, what were you gonna...
I can't remember now.
Were you gonna shoot a firework?
Sorry.
Was it gonna be done?
I don't know if shooting it... the guys guarding the mausoleum, do they look like they're, at attention? Do they look chill?
They don't look like they are ready to spring into combat at a moment's notice, but they are definitely alert. They're guards, and they have not moved since you arrived. Aside from the smoky, wispy nature of them being blown a little bit by the breeze.
Given everything we've seen from the ghosts so far, I'd imagine that these ones will probably stay there, completely unmoving until we give them a reason not to. But it
Very
does
much
sound
no,
like there
Second
might be
Sky.
things down there worth chancing it for. Hmm.
Is there
Really big sword.
really big swords? Okay. Is there like a high point near the edge of the graveyard that I could shimmy up?
Yeah. Anywhere near the edge, I mean, trees near the edge. But beyond that, you could, however, get onto one of the other mausoleums a little bit closer.
Yeah, I kind of want to get. I want to get some high ground, so I will choose the most convenient option and shimmy up.
Very well.
As you're sort of going, I think just Kingsley will. Are you just going to look, or should we be like ready to fight?
Oh, just going for a look. So just everybody stay calm. I'm just gonna go scope out a bit more.
Very well.
Right.
You go scope. Perception check. What are you trying to determine?
14.
With a 14.
I kind of want to see how big the graveyard area is. Are there any
150
other
feet across.
ghosts?
There do not appear to be any other ghosts.
And
It is
can I
just this
see
tomb.
where the ghost army left the graveyard? Is there an
Mist.
obvious?
The cloying mist sort of wafts around, so it's very hard. You'd have to get down in the dirt to see if you could find any tracks. But much like a desert, the rain here, rather than the wind in a desert, the rain just obliterates tracks in a jungle very quickly. If you wanted to, however, you could, when you get back, you could check out the road. But yeah, I imagine Kingsley and Kiki, while they were waiting for Milo, did a little bit of like having a look around, just passive survival, passive perception. You would have picked up, there is no tracks that you can make out. Milo is a new character serum, so we don't have art for them yet. It is in the works. We do have art for Kingsley, and I will show you, but Kiki and Kingsley, I mean, Kiki's been around for a while, but yeah, but that is Kingsley there. This was never intended to be a thing, and then we fell in love with the characters so much that this is, I think, Kingsley's 7th episode.
Yeah, I think about that.
Yeah, and Kiki
7th or 8th, one of those.
I think Kiki. This is 5th for Kiki as well.
Second for Milo.
And yeah, 2nd for Milo.
He's a new baby. I would like to shimmy back down and return to my companions.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like, okay, so as far as I can tell, those two are the only two here. Do we want a chance talking to them? Or do we want to try and sneak past them?
I mean, I'm certainly able to try if we do want to. I have some ideas.
That doesn't sound like a good idea. I think you're gonna do it anyway.
Well, I imagine that our options are either talk to them or go for an ambush.
I would
They're not
prefer I would prefer to talk to them because they might be able to tell us what's going on.
Can I hide back here and shoot them if they need?
Certainly.
I mean,
They are armed exclusively with melee weapons. They both have a big old sword each, but they do not appear to have any ranged capacity.
like
Milo does.
I know.
I'm happy to take one for the team and go in there and say hello.
Actually, I do
Go
have...
together. There's 2 of them and 2 of you.
Well, actually, come to think of it, I think the only chance I have at talking, honestly, is to talk my way in. I don't know that I necessarily have any good ways to get information out of them without knowing any more information about who they answer to or what order they were a part of. So if we're going to go for combat, perhaps it is best we simply go for it.
So we have a new character, a new NPC has been named by Bishop Blood. Slit Sourlow, a male greater prairie chicken.
I like that.
Southern Sky says, one-shot Kingsley, overstayed his welcome, becoming the leading man of a story. Happens all the time in TV, and I'm like, it really does. The name Julio Switchgear comes to mind. It's very much what Zach did. Right.
As I said, the infection grows ever deeper.
He's brought along a comorbidity.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think,
It is a
I think
tumor.
with that then,
It is.
I do
silt.
think...
Sorry, my dyslexia muddled those letters up. Right. I read
I like
slit.
I
Like the
think...
throat.
Yeah.
Wow,
I think
it's set
that,
in
yeah,
every
Kingsley
place.
will look towards them and... Okay, so, in that case, we have two options. Do we want to try to talk our way in without a fight, or are we going for a fight? Because I don't know that we're going to be able to get much out of them. They seem to be fairly singular in their purpose from what we've seen.
You can talk if you want to. I think Kiki wants to talk.
Try.
We certainly could.
Oh,
But it
Karen's
appears-
frozen.
It appears
I can hear her
that
talking.
Kiki...
These ones aren't trying to get anywhere, so
Hello.
There you go. Oh. Karen is unstable, everybody.
Unfortunate.
Technical term. Nothing to do
Relatable.
with- yeah. We're all mad here.
That makes one of us.
All right.
Oops.
Well,
Um,
I keep expecting Karen to just like pop up in your camera and be like, so.
hey, Karen, come here a minute. While it fixes itself. Ah, there we go.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
crashed.
there we go.
All right, it's me and Josh now.
Hey, welcome
It's
back.
no
All
longer.
right.
Hello.
I'm back. I'm back.
You fixed.
Come back.
Oh, good.
Yay! What did I
Hi.
miss?
Nothing. We were waiting
nothing.
for you. I think the decision is just about to be made, and then you were making an excellent point about it. So, what did you want to say?
oh, just that I think it's worth a shot trying to talk to them. They're not marching somewhere. They're just there, so they might not be aggressive. Maybe.
And if they hurt you, I have arrows. I'm gonna fish around for one of the ones that has a
Yeah.
firework attached to it.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I do think then, as that's happening, Kingsley will sort of, again, sort of still crouched, will look over towards Kiki and then, do you want to take lead then?
Okay.
I don't mind. You seemed excited, so if you want the opportunity.
Sure. I'll give it a go.
All right.
Yes.
I'll have your back.
Let the monk, not the bard, do the
Well,
talking.
I was gonna say, in this particular case especially, it was just because Luna was saying that they, because Kiki was saying that they wanted to sort of talk to them.
Yeah, no,
I didn't
no,
want to
totally
sort
fair.
of,
Yeah,
be
no.
like,
And my
all right, well, now
charisma's
that's my
not
job.
No,
that
she is
bad.
actually quite charismatic as well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it will be very funny if the monk puts their foot so far into it that it comes out the mouth of the ghost.
I
Um,
anticipate at least one of those things happening.
Now,
Alrighty.
I don't know if this will exactly help, but I'm going to try it just in case. And also because if we do wind up in a scrap, I'm going to need this or I'm going to die very quickly. So I think that before he stands again, I think Kingsley will sort of take a few breaths before closing his eyes and putting one clawed hand to the ground, and I think that same sort of green filigree glow that you've seen will appear, kind of twirling up around the edges of his hand before plunging into the soil next to it. And a few moments later, in a diamond shape around him, 4 little sprouts pop up out of the floor before growing up into a mass of kind of iridescent green glowing, again, like this sort of fancy filigree metal vines, before they settle into, I think, himself included, now slightly green outlined Kingsley's, and I'm going to mirror image myself.
Oh, hell yeah.
And give myself a little bit of magical something to see whether that convinces them in some way.
Excellent.
Milo's
But
gonna just
also
very
because I'll die
quietly
otherwise.
count the Kingsleys.
He gets to 2, runs out of hands.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
1, 2, he releases the arrow.
Alrighty, so Kiki, you go over. So Kingsley, you're sticking with Kiki, but like hanging back a little bit.
I
Well,
think he's
Milo-
probably like maybe 5 or 10 feet back from Kiki. He's like head back. I think one arm behind his back is trying to hold himself in a very sort of like clearly knows what he's doing sort of way, just in case they decide to question anything.
Dan, could you tilt your camera up just a little bit when you
absolutely.
when you sit up properly? There you are. There you go. I just can't see your lovely eyes. Alrighty. So Kiki is marching in with Kingsley and Kingsley walking behind her, and Milo is posting up at the sort of the entrance about 100 feet away.
Yeah, something
correct?
like that.
All right.
100 feet, maybe like 60, like
Closing
somewhere.
to 60.
Yeah, like
You could
actually,
probably get on top
you know
of a
what?
mausoleum if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While you guys are doing all that stuff, Milo's gonna sneak on top of probably like even 30 feet away mausoleum, if possible. And I'll spend a minute using my hide in plain sight as he picks out a mausoleum that's a little bit overgrown and kind of shuffles his way into whatever debris is on top of it.
If you're hanging
like
back
full
from
sniper.
If you're
Yeah.
hanging back from them, as soon as Kiki gets to 30 feet away, they leap towards her, like rush, charge straight away. Combat is initiated. So,
Oh, never mind.
like, Kiki, I don't know if you would have said something when you were beyond 10 meters away, but yeah. 30 feet is
I probably
the
wouldn't have said
trigger range.
anything by 30 feet. 30 feet's still quite far
No.
away.
All right. I'm glad I cast.
Yes, they
We
don't want
rolling
to talk!
So, yes. Roll initiative, please.
How much for that plan? That's a 13. Lucky
That's
13.
Better than my usual initiative rolls. 16.
Got a Milo, got a 16.
I rolled over 10 on initiative dice.
Well,
This is unheard of.
with a very good dex. And Kiki with an also very good dex gets a 13. How we do, Kingsley?
25, nat 20.
Holy shit.
Yeah, okay.
25 for Kingsley. These guys. Here we go. Josh rolls badly. 7. Yep. And they do
Oh,
have
wait, no.
a little bit of.
Okay. So
didn't-
I'm
I
happy to
didn't say
take
it
the
in chat,
roll,
but
but I realize I have done this incorrectly. It should be a 22.
it's still
how
more than
awful.
sufficient. Yeah.
Because I don't have 20 decks. I forgot. I was looking at Milo's sheet because I was reading through some of Milo's features and I clicked the
You'll
button
meet
on
top
their
my
sheet.
sheet.
But so the nat 20 is a +2 for me because I have plus nothing to decks. But Jack of all trades is fun and balanced, so I get 22
Bard.
anyway.
Yep.
God, the bard
cool.
that I'm running in another campaign has a plus 12 to initiative, and there have been many times where I've gone second or third at least.
So the Knights of Qril, which they are, but you don't know that, dash towards you. These are foot knights, and they charge you. Both reach you, and but you have a turn to sort of prepare yourselves. Kiki, Kingsley first. What do you do? Kingsley had no trust of these creatures. Kiki was hoping for the best, which I think explains why you are reacting in this order. Kingsley, what do you do? when these creatures are charging towards you? Let us say they are 15 feet away.
Okay, so Jess, you said you were actually still within 30 feet of us, right? Roughly?
Yeah.
Cool.
Like,
That's
I was kind of,
definitely
like, a bit
within 60
behind.
then.
Yeah.
So if I know where you are in that case, up on top of that mausoleum, I think as they approach, Kingsley, I think, will produce the lyre from his hip before plucking several notes, and I think a golden energy sort of seems to ring out and settle into a faint glow over all three of us. I'm going to activate Mantle of Inspiration.
Hell yeah.
Everyone gains 8 temp HP. And also, you don't have to, but if you so desire, you could both use your reactions to move up to your speed without provoking your opportunity attacks. So if you wanted to kind of put more space between you and them or get closer to them, you have the option.
I just run around in circles.
Very
nice.
fair.
Very nice.
So I will use that, and then I think we should go ahead and use the action. And I think that with that actually, Kingsley is going to, with his action, I think, still holding the lyre, sort of plucks several more notes, sort of growing in speed as he rips up sort of a rapid staccato, and as he gets to the end of it, that same sort of green filigree sort of expanding from the edge of the lyre, he plucks one string, hooking it into his claw, and pulls it back almost a little too far, almost like a bow, before ding, releasing it. And as it does, a tiny little mote of that green light flies out towards them, and where it lands in between, I think Kingsley is going to just shout to Kiki and Milo to just close your eyes as he releases it, and I'm going to cast Pyrotechnics at second level.
Fuck yes.
Inspired by Kiki.
Yeah.
So each
Milo
creature...
doesn't see any of this.
So if they are within 10 feet of each other, which I assume they are...
They're actually
I can
exactly
hit,
10 feet away from each other, yes.
I can hit both of them with the fireworks part of Pyrotechnics, which means they both have to make a Constitution save or become blind until the end of my next turn.
On save. That
Bardic
is one of them
Blast.
passed and one failed.
We'll take it.
An 18 is probably a pass, and a 5 is not.
Excellent. And yes, an 18 is definitely a pass.
Yeah.
However, I think that will be his turn. I think Kingsley is going to stay where he is because I don't want to leave Kiki wholly and solely the only one close to the fight. But I also don't want...
Raises fists. Big, muscular Gallus walks
Got a
away.
Just
I
do with
also
my
have
stick.
11 AC. I'm not going to walk away. He's just going to stay exactly where he is.
Behind her. Got it.
And I'll pass it.
Frozen.
Yeah, noted. Alrighty. So, yeah. No, Milo, what do you do? There's one that's blinded. And one that's
from
not.
off
The
screen.
Eliran is the one that is not blinded. The Terran, who unfortunately is a ghost and therefore cannot use its Terran senses and be effectively able to see anyway because it's a bat. Yes, one is blind and one is not, and it's the bat that's blind. Blind as a bat, even more so.
Literally.
Yeah.
Worse. Bats actually have very good eyesight, most of them anyway.
Yeah.
No, my brain fell out. So, like, think of this like from off screen. The one that is yeah, exactly. The one that is not blinded is going to hopefully straight to the head cop an arrow. I did specifically pluck one of the ones that had fireworks on it, but I think I should be rolling.
Oh,
For
absolutely.
that to
You
see if I
fucking should.
actually did it.
Oh, okay.
Like no, to find the
Yeah.
see if I. So I had how many explosive ones? 4.
I think it was Karen who
Yes.
decided this. I think 4. Sounds about right.
I think I had 4. So anything between a 15 and a 20, if I roll it, I get an explosive one. Nah, just a normal arrow straight to the skies. Hopefully hit plus 11 to hit. What was that?
Out of my own curiosity, do you Hunter's Mark?
Yeah. I always forget I can do that with a ranger.
A
just
31
failed.
does hit with a nat 20. So we do brutal crits here. So you max
Ooh,
the
I love this
damage
channel.
of the first dice. So an 8 plus a 6 because you Hunter's Mark totally before, and then
I forgot about Hunter's Mark, so thank you.
And then you roll the dice normally rather than don't roll a crit damage, just roll normal damage.
So 9 and 8. I can't do
17
simple maths.
plus 6. 23.
Yeah,
now
23.
you need a d6
Oh, d6, yeah.
as
hey.
well.
I'm so clever. 3. So 26.
Was a d6
26.
from your hunter's mark?
Yeah.
Yes,
I think you double that on the crit still.
we do. Yeah, well, I've already done it. It's already
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
already
true.
did.
Yeah, of course.
It's a brutal crit.
26.
Also, don't forget, Hun, that you get to apply your gathered swarm, whatever effect you want to apply from that.
I haven't yet.
I think it's an action or bonus action to do that.
Nope.
No?
Once on each of your turns, you cause the swarm to assist you in one of the following ways. Target takes 1d6 piercing damage from the swarm is one of the ways. How would you rule that with a critical?
It feels like Paladin Smite, which means you get to choose to do it
Yeah.
after a crit. Whether or not you
yeah.
do it. Yeah. So I'll allow it. I hate it, but I'll allow it.
26, 32, that would make it. And then
If
a
you
5
get-
is 37.
37. 37 from a single arrow that isn't magically imbued. I want to be clear. Does the swarm count as magic damage, or is it just normal piercing? This is important.
Just normal.
Just normal. Very well.
Yeah,
37 is
looks
still
at
a handsome amount of damage on the Eliran into its eye. It doesn't seem phased by the fact that its eye got impaled with an arrow, any more than, you would expect. Like, it's still been shot. It's been a while since it's been shot, and it didn't enjoy the experience. 37 mathing in my head from the total hit points it's got, minus a whole bunch of other things carried it too. Alright. I got it. I did it. It hurt, guys. That hurt a lot. Alright.
You're so
As in,
right.
it hurt me. It didn't hurt the arrow.
No, you're so
Alright,
right.
Milo, do you want to do it again?
Yeah, I do. I'll roll that d20. I just realised it should be anything. A 16 to a 20 would be a... Damn it!
It should also be changing now because you're decreasing the number of arrows. You're increasing the likelihood.
Are we tracking ammunition?
No.
Well, then I'll just keep it with that, so it's
As a 1
funnier
in 4.
that way.
Yeah. Very well.
It's funnier that way.
Alright.
17 to hit.
17. Oh! Just.
Oh my god, that was a 6 on the dice.
Yeah, a 6 on the dice. So you need a 5 on the dice.
Ew.
Okay. Great.
So, and is he Hunter's Marked? Same guy?
Technically, yeah, if he's doing the same person.
Cool, so it's an 11... 15.
15.
Again, non-magical though.
Cool. Love it. Excellent. This thing took 2 arrows. One of them, I'm actually going to say, yeah, the first one hits it and it properly staggers. Like, ooh! Like a proper solid punch in the chest, like a ow! And looks at you, Milo. How far away are you?
Well, I would have been 30
You
feet
said about
behind
30
these
feet
guys.
behind Kiki,
like,
and these
behind
things got to
Kingsley.
about behind Kingsley. All right, so
Yeah,
it is
behind
about,
these two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is. Kiki is, I think you said 10 feet in front of Kingsley. Kingsley is a full 30 feet, and these things are 15 feet in front of Kiki. So 15 feet to Kingsley, to Kiki. Another 10 to Kingsley is 25. So 55 feet from Milo. Which means they can't run towards you, but they have like you little bastard. That hurt. Now, Kiki.
Which Milo is going. I haven't used my bonus action.
Yes, you have.
You did
Cast
the Hunter's
Mark.
Mark.
Oh, huh?
Hunter's Mark is a spell, takes your bonus action to cast.
Yep, doy. Ignore me.
You can walk that back if you like. It's a whole mess of
Nah.
damage it did though.
Nah,
Alright.
I'm good. Thank you.
Kiki,
Is
how
anyone
many
between?
fireworks do you yeet? There are no people between you and them.
Okay, cool. Because I have a special thing I can do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but I have to attack first.
Well, yes.
in order to trigger it. So I would like to run forward and strike one of them roughly with my quarterstaff.
Very well. Which one? The wounded one or the one that's blind?
If I attack the blind one, do I get advantage?
Yes.
No. Oh, do you?
Oh. I'm pretty
I
sure
thought it was only
blinded
for its
gives other
attacks.
things advantage.
That could be wrong.
Let me check. Allow me to check. Sorry,
Thank
I've
you.
got the stuff here.
Rules,
Conditions.
lawyer.
Blinded. Yeah, attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage.
Of course they do. That's in darkness. Of course I should know that. Yes, you get attacked with
Cool.
advantage. Go for it.
I will hit that one with my stick.
Very well.
Hell yeah.
I'm not one to waste an advantage.
No.
15?
The hit is not a hit, I'm afraid.
Still have extra attack,
Oof.
though.
You do have so many extra attacks.
Monk.
Okay, so I can
try
do.
again,
It
I try
doesn't say
again.
I have to hit with the attack to trigger
Oh.
this. So this is cool. I'm going to use my Searing Arc Strike. Immediately after you take the attack
yeah.
action on your turn, you can spend 2 key points to cast the Burning Hand spell as a bonus action. You can spend additional key points to increase the spell's level.
I would stress that if you flanked this guy, came up around him, you could get both of them.
Yes, that would. I would like to angle it, so
Yeah.
I am striking both of them with Burning Hands. And they each must make a dexterity saving throw. Beating 50.
Are you just spending the 2 to do the standard one?
Yes, I'm
Standard
just going to do a
Burning
standard
Hands?
one because I'm not sure how tough these guys
Yeah.
are. So
I think I pass. One got an 18, the other got a straight 20 on the die, so 22.
motherfuckers. Well, they'll take half damage.
They will.
3d6.
12, so they'll take 6 damage each.
Yep. No.
So
Good.
I'll miss with my quarterstaff, but then I'll kind of do a nice little twirl to get it out of the way. And yeah. And basically a shower of sparks leaps out of one of my hands in a beautiful array of colors, singeing
Hell yeah.
both of them moderately.
And I think you still have one more attack if you want it.
You at least have extra attack. I don't know.
Because you've
if-
done your action and then you used your bonus for Searing Arc Strike, so that's so no other ones from that. But you can still use the second attack because
Extra
you have extra
attack.
attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I will try and hit that blind one with my stick again.
Very well.
Hell yeah! Smack him.
The shit comes back like on the upswing.
Break his hand.
I rolled a 2 and a 1.
Wow.
Oh,
That's a miss, I'm afraid, my love.
Youch.
I remember Kiki is
brutal.
rubbish in combat, isn't she?
I've got a +8 on that
Yes.
quarterstaff.
No, you only need a 16. Yeah. Alrighty. Hang on. Oh, it's a +8. Yeah, yeah. Oh, because it's a monk weapon, so you're using your dex. Cool. Alrighty. That's our Kiki. It very much is. Alrighty. Well, then it's the blind guy's turn. The blind guy is going to try and hit Kiki. He's at disadvantage, so let's see how that goes. He also has a +8. A 17 with that +8. With disadvantage to hit Kiki.
Yep. This
Alrighty.
feels unfair.
I got a 17 on the dice and a 9. So I'm obliged to take the 9. For... Here we go. Big money.
oh,
no
17
whammies.
only just hits too.
Yeah. Oof. Okay. That's 23 necrotic damage.
One thing you don't want to hear your DM say is oof.
I rolled 2 5s, a 4, and a 6 on 4d6. I was like, where was that when I was last rolling stats?
That's what I'm just thinking.
Kiki, that's its only attack, fortunately for you. Can you please make me a wisdom saving throw?
Give me a sec. I'm still deducting my hit points.
And the other one is going to swoop towards Kingsley.
Oh my.
19 on the wisdom save.
You pass.
Nice.
You are not able to be frightened by these creatures now.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go.
I am
Kingsley,
armed with sparkles and determination.
the one that can see you, it moves sort of past Kingsley. It moves past Kiki, certain that its friend will be able to deal with it. It swoops towards Kingsley instead, and it is going to attack him. For you got a 10. Doesn't even hit him.
He misses as I think he misses the 11
There's
AC
just
bar.
so many of you.
As
It's like it comes towards you and has a distinct feeling of like, I don't fucking know which one.
I fully think that I think that Kingsley almost like he does dodge to the side, but almost as it's sort of coming in, does the sort of like almost the start forward, as if to sort of like try to, like as he draws himself up to his full height and tries to kind of flinch the thing, and somehow it succeeds.
Yeah. It kind of shrugs because it doesn't really view you as a threat. You just blinded its pal, and swoops past you. And goes for Milo instead.
Milo shits his pants that he's been wearing.
Yeah, So it is now 25 feet away from Milo. It would, however, be provoking an opportunity attack Kingsley. If you want to try and melee this guy.
I mean, I may as well, right? I don't really use my reaction for anything else, so yeah.
And it's about to be your turn again.
Yeah, it is. So a 16 is a miss.
It's actually a hit.
Oh, never mind.
Hey!
Incredible.
That is the number you needed.
This thing, I think, he's holding it with two hands, so it's 6. So I think 6 damage as he fully, I think, sees this thing, manages to dodge it, and sort of like has that moment of like, whew, okay, I'm doing it, and then it goes to fly away, and he's like, and just full two-handed, like, clocks this thing as it flies past.
I'm a threat.
Exactly, just how dare you underestimate me.
And it gets hit, and this is the one that can see, so this one's actually been badly hurt already. Kingsley,
You drive the
it
arrow
was not
further
bloodied, it now is.
Excellent. I don't know if it matters, but it's not magical damage. It's just a big stick.
I know. They're not immune to non-magical. They're just very resistant to it. The stick passes through its head, and it's like, nah. It stops, looks over its shoulder, and then continues.
Question, Zach. Is Kingsley saying that gives us the ability to use our reaction to run away? Is that still an option?
No, it's only when I activate it.
I was going to say, because if it is, see ya.
Why?
That's all good. I actually have something to help with that.
Alright.
So that's fine.
So do I. It's a move speed.
A 25-foot move speed, as I recall. This thing just moved 40 feet, just FYI.
It's okay.
Don't you worry about blank. Let me worry about blank. Kingsley, it is your turn. Back to the top of the order.
So, Kingsley is going to first use his bonus action, I think, to look over towards Kiki and sort of just a nice display, keep it up, and I'm going to throw you a bardic inspiration die.
Hey, thank you.
So you have a D8 that you can use for stuff, and then I think at the end of his turn, Pyrotechnics Blind ends because it only lasts until the end of my following turn. It's only one round. So I'd like to flavor this as being he's not going to move once again, but as he kind of comes towards the end, I think this time he's actually going to put the lyre away. I think that you see a sort of actually no, Kiki wasn't there for that, so it wouldn't be familiar. But you'll see him kind of like the gold flecks throughout his feathers begin to sort of glow and shake a little bit, almost like little gold dust sort of trailing off him as I think he turns, the gold sort of leaking off him almost in sort of like aura before he sort of turns and looking specifically towards the one that ignored him and is going after Milo, looks towards it and just, you, eyes here, and points towards himself, and as he does, an enormous set of golden peacock feathers shoots out from behind him. I am going to target both of the enemy creatures with this, not just that one, but I'm mainly focusing him. I'm going to cast Enthrall.
Right.
So I need both of them to make a It's a Wisdom saving throw, because if they fail, they will both have disadvantage to So here we go here. Because we're fighting them, it actually does get advantage on the save, which is unfortunate. But basically, the target has disadvantage on perception checks made to perceive any creature other than me, as long as the spell is going. So if Milo wants to run off somewhere and hide, you'll probably be fine.
Right. What save am I making? Wisdom?
Wisdom. And unfortunately, it is at advantage, which I didn't realize until after.
One of them got a 12.
I am committed.
The better one got a 12. Sorry, the worst one got a 12. The other got a 14.
Then they both fail.
Alrighty.
Because I have a DC 16,
the
as I
question
think.
Is this a charm?
It is a charm effect.
Then it doesn't work at all.
Unfortunate.
Sorry.
No, that's fair.
No, it was worth it for that description.
It was, and the description
worth
was
a try.
fucking excellent. Don't worry, you have attracted its attention. But just not because of the magic. The magic you did
I will take
is still
the
very
effect
much
as
in
well.
play, and they are like, look, well, events may cause it to give up chasing Milo, and they're like, oh fine, I'll deal with this one first, then I'll hunt the fucking archer. And it's, speaking of Milo, Milo's turn.
He's going to scream really loudly. He's not used to this. He hunts things.
Really
he takes
well.
down. Yeah, he takes down threats that might be a lizard that's a bit too big, or maybe a wild boar. Not ghosts. This isn't his thing. And he's going to kind of call his little friends off of Kingsley and Kiki back to him. And you'll hear almost a low humming noise that, if you've been around bugs long enough, you recognize as a swarm. As Milo is going to be lifted 10 feet off the ground. He ain't doing this. My bonus action is a writhing tide. I can hover, and I have a fly speed of 10 feet. Lasts for 1 minute or until incapacitated. Anyway, and then I'm going to shoot this guy again.
So you rise off the ground 10 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
So hit me
Shoot him.
now. I hit him.
21 does indeed hit.
He's the one that I've hunters marked.
Yeah?
Yes.
Oh my, yes.
So D6 to D8 and plus 5. So 16.
Nice.
And then I'm going to do it again.
Also, you have your
Yep.
Swarm Keeper thing on your hit.
Or is that because you're floating, that's done? If you use
No,
that?
That's a
it's
separate
free.
thing.
Is it
It's
separate
free.
thing? Okay.
Yeah. True. I'll use my D6 there then to actually.
Well, make the second attack, because you might crit on the second one, who knows?
Also,
True.
not to impede on what already happened, but I did look into it, and unfortunately, Swarm Keeper's extra damage thing doesn't work for crits. Unfortunately.
Cool.
'Ause it's
Take
technically worded
6
as a
off of
separate
the.
That's
Give
fine.
him 6 hit
Noted.
or 3 hit points back.
Yeah.
Let's... Ooh. Make a strength save.
Ooh.
Oh,
Alright.
nice. Yeah.
Nat
Good,
20 plus
smart.
4.
Ooh.
So the bugs kind of go through him. That's it. I get to try to hit him again. Exactly the same roll.
Yep. Hits.
D8, D6, bam. Not quite as good. It's a
14?
14, yeah. I'm learning how to do maths on the fly.
Yeah, look. You're doing great.
I flunked out of basic edition.
Alrighty.
I'm almost up to subtraction. My hit points, they're starting to get there.
Love it. Alrighty. Is that all? We happy? We good? We moving on to
We
Kiki.
happy, we're good. I'm having a
Kiki.
cheeky little fly.
Smack that boy. The one you are up against is still very healthy.
Well, I will try and hit him again. Who knows? Maybe this time it'll work.
You've used all of your shit rolls now, so
The
it's all for
advantage
good.
isn't there anymore, unfortunately. But you do have a Bardic Inspiration die if you need it. So.
Boom, bang,
24.
baby.
There you
24
go.
to hit him.
24,
Let's go.
boom. And Kiki's attacks, being a level 10 monk, are magic.
And it does 12 damage.
That's max damage. Okay, she's making up for lost time. Very well. 12 points of damage for the first. Second one.
And
What does it look like?
I will,
Fireworks,
like,
lady.
I'll spin the fucking staff like a Jedi, and then crack it in the noggin, and like sparks shoot up.
And normally when your physical attacks on these things, they just sort of go right through it and the wisps wisp away a little bit. This one, you actually smack it in the head and it like, ow! And its eyes clear like, oh, I can see again, that's good. Wait, ow! How did you do that? And it has this sort of mild look of surprise on its ghosty bat face. Do it again.
Do I have 2 attacks? I have 2 attacks.
Extra attack, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
You can
great.
also bonus action, and then if you want, flurry of blows to have 4 attacks if you fucking want.
You do.
17.
Does indeed.
It gets clocked in the head again, but only takes
Oh,
5
min
damage
damage.
this time.
5 this time.
Min damage, max damage, min damage. You know,
This is
swings
Kiki.
and roundabouts.
She is absolutely the thing. All right, do you bonus action? This is
Yes,
offhand bonus action, so you just smack it once with your fist? Or do you
yes.
flurry of blows and do it twice?
I will flurry of blows, I think.
Ooh, kick it in its ghost face, like was suggested before.
Yes, I kick it in its ghost face.
Kick it in its ghost face with your ghost feet.
14.
Doesn't, but you do have a D8. Bardic Inspiration.
I'll burn it.
Because you can
Take
just
this
get
one
more.
down.
He's a level 10 bard and nothing else. He's got
Plus
loads.
7, so
That'll do
21.
it. That hits. 21 hits.
Very nice.
Takes 6 damage
6 damage. Another
Oh,
6
yeah.
damage.
from the first
Yeah.
blow.
Do it again.
Strike him one more time,
Strike him roughly, Centurion.
and that's only 11,
And
so
11
I miss
doesn't.
on the final
And even the
blow.
D4 won't do it. But there we go.
You could use the bardic inspiration if you wanted to.
I already
The
did.
Just did.
Oh, you
I
already
used-
used it. Never mind.
I used it to
last
land the
time.
first blow.
I apologize.
That's all right. That
I'm
was a
doing-
solid. That was a very solid set of attacks, Kiki. Nearly halved his health. Alrighty, it's his turn. And he doesn't get disadvantage anymore. Let's see him miss now. 16 on the dice. So that's quite a lot. That's a 24 to hit Kiki.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That'll do.
Okay, not as bad as last time. 14? Yes, 14 on the dice, so 17 damage all up. And you are not frightened, so you can't be frightened. So yes, just 14 necrotic damage. And Milo, you know, like, come get me now, bitch. These things can fly. They're ghosts. So this thing swoops up to Milo. I did say it was like looking at
That
Kingsley and it was
bastard.
like, no, I really hate being shot. To see Milo shot it a couple more times and it's like, no, fuck it, this prick. So he is going to swoop up towards you, Milo, and it's very cross with you.
I'm very, very scared of it.
That's a 14 on the dice, plus 8, 22
Yeah, that hits.
to hit the... Actually very hard to hit Hedgehog. Alright.
Yeah, I'm made of spines.
Okay, not a huge amount on the dice. That's 8, 11, 12, 15 points of necrotic damage. And please make
That
me
just
a...
kept going.
Yeah, I'm rolling loads of dice. I have to do the
You
math.
should only take 7 to your actual hit points though, because of the temp.
Yeah, I did.
Ah, that's true. Karen, I imagine you remember that as well? Yes, good. So, please make me a wisdom save, Milo, because you are... You've said you are fucking terrified, but are you actually frightened? A 12. Yeah, you are. You are actually under the frightened condition as well. For the next minute. You may make the save again at the end of each of your turns. Gaining immunity to the condition if you finally succeed. However, you are currently at disadvantage to attack the guy, and he's all up in your George Foreman. We go back to the top of the order. He is 10 feet off the ground with Milo, thereby difficult to reach. And Kingsley, what do you do?
Okay, I think in that case, I think that Kingsley actually is going to first, I think, like, sort of eyes a little off to the side, will notice that Kiki is probably taking a bit of a beating here from this ghost. And so he will, I think I'll weave this all into one act, like one description, but it's going to be two separate actions. So I think that, I think Kingsley is going to pull out the lyre and begin to play and begin to sing, but not in the way that is like necessarily intelligible words, but almost more bird song, lay it over the top. As he does, I think all of the air within 30 feet of him is going to begin to get that same kind of twinkling gold sort of effect. And I think Kiki in particular, you'll notice that I think a small patch of ground around you, the grass seems to kind of become a bit brighter, a bit more visible even through the mist. So I'm going to healing word Kiki at first level, so that you can get a little bit of health back, because it's not a lot, but 7 HP.
Every little helps.
It'll hopefully help.
Hey, I'll take it.
And then I hope this helps. Given I know Milo is going to be up very shortly, with his action, Kingsley's going to start doing counter charm.
Ooh.
So you have advantage on any saving throw you make against being frightened or charmed. So you'll have advantage on the save, and if you get it, then obviously you're immune to it. So
yeah,
hopefully
solid.
that works.
Nice play.
And I'll pass my turn.
Very well, Milo. It's up in your face. It is
So he's right there?
Yeah, he's in melee.
Milo full drops his longbow. Like, he doesn't even bother stashing. He drops it and pulls out his dagger. I'm just gonna slash at this guy. Because holy shit.
He's right in front of me.
First one misses.
Yeah, you're disadvantaged, do not forget, as well.
Because you're frightened, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, no, Supreme misses. 1 second, what does my Hunter's Mark actually?
Just does damage.
Yeah,
doesn't
look.
help you
Yeah,
hit.
no. First one misses. And then the second one. 17.
A 17 does hit.
Woo!
Oh.
1d4 plus 5.
Plus a d6, because Hunter's
Plus a d6.
Plus a d6, so that's going to be 8. Plus 6.
14. 14.
And I'm going to Gathered Swarm, use my extra 1d6.
Nice.
Wow.
15.
15. Yeah.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yep. Nice. Like it. Well, I didn't actually. It hated it. But this thing is bleeding wisps of blue and purple smoke all over the place. Its face, what you can see of it, this is the Ellerin you're talking about, is still completely impassive, Milo. It is looking at you without... And I know I've been talking like they've been reacting like people. Their facial expressions have not changed.
Okay.
None of them throughout the entire fight. Both of them have just been like very business-like, very not really pissed off, not angry about anything. Just I'm doing what I'm supposed to. Yeah. Takes some damage from you though. Anything else?
There's not really much. I spit my tongue. Not
Well,
really much I can do with my bonus
make a
action.
save to not be
Yeah,
frightened
let's do
anymore.
those.
Yeah. With
Right,
advantage.
with advantage?
Wisdom save.
I don't need the advantage, but that's funky.
Got it. 21.
As
More than
Milo
enough.
looks at Kingsley and sees his friend trying to protect him, looks at Kiki and goes, "Oh shit, she's messing this guy up."
Oh, it's mutual, but yes.
And he is suddenly so brave forever
Hey.
and makes the save.
Hell yeah.
Kiki fucked this guy up.
Yeah, Kiki, your turn.
Okay, well, I will try to continue fucking him up.
Fuck him up.
Whoop. 10 is not going to fuck him up, but I get to try again.
14.
14
You
isn't
have
gonna
a
hit either.
D4. bonus if you want to burn it. And Leader, thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag. Do you want
I'm
to burn
gonna
that?
burn it because I can't take much more from this guy.
No,
so.
no. Two, come on, we need a 2.
16?
That's the number you needed.
Nice. Also,
Okay.
if you're feeling lucky, you could spend a key point for a stunning strike.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, he's dead, so I don't know if he can.
No, true.
He takes 6 quarterstaff damage, but I will flurry of blows him again.
Very well. Flurry those blows. 6 more damage coming at him. Which puts him down to
Oh,
well
for the
below
love
half
of
health.
God. 11.
Wow.
Crit fail.
Holy
9.
shit.
Unlucky.
So it's a 4 and a 5 and a 1. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't forget to make note of the burned key points.
Key point? Yeah, that was worth it, wasn't it?
Did we name her Kiki because she's a monk? Have we made that joke before?
I don't think we've made that joke, but...
All right. And now it's their turn. And yeah, this boy is not happy with you. If you wanted to burn a key point to try and stun it, I just checked, it actually would work. If you want to try and stun it.
He just has to fail the save, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
would have to fail the save, but it could theoretically affect them, technically.
I'm not going to bother.
Okay, very well. And then it is their turn. And seeing as they've always gone first before, I think it's only fair that the one that's attacking Milo gets to go first.
Aww.
And the number I need is 17, isn't it?
19.
19. That's a miss on the first one. And the second one.
Why does he have 2?
Oh no. The other dude attacking Kiki got a 12.
Woo!
Nice. Tempted to use my DM bonus action, my DM's inspiration to re-roll one of them.
Hit me with it.
Yeah, go on then. Let's try. No, 3.
We take those.
I rolled an 8. I rolled a 9, a 4, and a 3 on those dice. And to go against Milo, it's quite a hard target. So there we go. Burn my DM
I tempted
inspiration.
you with it. You should take your inspiration back.
I did. No, it's fine. I am throwing that one. I wanted to use it in a time when it actually might be impactful. So that's me done. Fucking nothing. There you go. All right, back to the top of the order. Kingsley, do you have anything useful you could do? Like kill someone, shoot them. You've been being very helpful. I want to be honest. You've been being great. Do you have any bardic blasts you could add to this situation?
I do, although
Yes.
I'm tempted to do something a little more supportive once again, as I think Kingsley will, with his bonus action, I think all of these gold motes that were sort of hanging in the air as he's begun his counter charm, he'll complete the melody, and as he does, they'll all kind of and sort of like almost like zoom inwards towards each of his companions, as I'll once again burn a bardic inspiration to do Mantle of Inspiration. So both of you get 8 temp HP again. And
Hey.
if you're wanting to get out of melee, you can use your reaction to leave.
Yeah, goodbye.
So do you
So you
float
can-
down 10 feet? You have a fly
yeah,
speed of
if
10
you-
feet at the moment, Milo.
You have a fly speed of 10, so if you want to use your full, like, if you want to get
Yes.
distance, you'll have to just run.
Yeah.
No.
But it's about to be his turn, so he can land and then fuck off, picking up his bow as he goes.
Yeah. That one.
Cool.
I dropped to the ground.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'll do that.
Kiki, do you want to disengage as a bonus, as a reaction? You are welcome to, if you want to.
No, I'm gonna
You
stay.
happy? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Do it.
Kiki's definitely the most wounded, yes?
I think so.
Yeah, if I disengage, he might go after Milo. So no, we'll keep
I'm
Oh,
fine.
this one hates you. Or not
I
hates,
think
but this
this
one is
is
like busy
personal.
with you. You hurt it, so it's
yeah.
hurting you.
I think in that case, he'll turn towards the one that's attacking Kiki, and I think his eyes and tongue flash gold as his beak opens as he looks towards it, and I think almost like at a lower sort of volume than he normally would, but in a magically amplified way that makes it sort of still audible, will look towards it and just, hands off or I will scrub what remains of your memory. And I'm gonna vicious mockery him.
Ooh. Ooh.
So please make a
That is
wisdom.
Wisdom
DC
save.
16 wisdom.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
It's fine.
Listen,
It happens.
I am nat 20ing these saves. It's all I'm getting, but yeah.
Unfortunately, it does nothing then.
Nothing.
And I will pass the turn.
Very well. Kiki. No, Milo, then Kiki.
The one that's... Okay, as Milo
He's
hits
like
the
10
ground...
feet above you.
Yeah, he's like 10 feet above me. But Milo's like, kinda sucks. I'm gonna scoop up the longbow. Would that take a bonus action?
No.
I'm okay with it
if
taking
you've
a bonus
dropped it.
action.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
If you've dropped it, yeah.
I'll use my movement to actually run over to Kingsley.
Sure. Yeah.
And yeah, he drops, and as he drops, he kind of this one that's been attacking him is out of his vision, and he sees how hurt Kiki is.
Yep.
And I'll just call across. Do you need help?
Get help.
No, like to Kiki. He's asking.
No,
Kiki if
I
she
was just
needs,
referring to something
Oh
Kiki
yeah,
used to do.
Yeah. Can I reply straight away?
Yeah,
Oh.
Or?
I'll allow one line of conversation each.
Kiki will be like, I'm alright!
Okay, and Milo's gonna turn around and shoot this one out of the air.
Yeah, love it. Do it.
I'm gonna roll a d20
That's a good
just
idea.
to see if. So that's an explosive one.
Let's go.
Wasted crit? No, because it's just a random
No,
number
it's
generator.
not a wasted crit. I know how many health it's got left.
Okay, that's a 14 to hit.
Doesn't, unless you use your inspiration
I'll use my inspiration.
instead of wasting that arrow.
Let's go.
I'll use my inspiration.
Yeah, okay, then roll it again.
Yeah,
21
Nice.
does
that
hit,
shit hits.
and that's because you pull it back, and then oh shit, I should light it. Then
Yeah, oh, wait a minute. 1d8 plus 5 plus my hunter's mark. So 16. Plus I'll set my swarm onto it. As in fact, some of the swarm will just travel with the firework. Like
Yeah.
think moths attracted to the flame of this firework.
yeah,
As they're going to attack it at the same time. It's going to be 19 total, and whatever the hell the firework does.
a 1d6 fire.
23.
So, fun story. 19 points of damage would have taken it to 1 hit point.
Thank you, Kiki.
That 4 fire damage comes in crit.
go.
Yeah, as this thing literally explodes in ectoplasm and sparkles.
Yes.
Just as it's turning around, and it just streamers and yeah. How did you describe the hedgehog spines or whatever it was you gave him? Handy head.
Oh, no, you're Kiki.
Kiki's firework.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to remember what type they were. I did write it down.
I think
but-
you said that they were like
These are
the
little
ones that kind of
firecracker
do the
ones.
like out and then just do the like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
If,
So,
if
yeah.
memory serves.
Yeah, the whole thing is purple and blue, but there's a like of dazzle sparkles. You have an extra attack, Milo.
Would you like me to leave this one for Kiki?
I don't think she would like that. I think she'd like all that. She'll take all the help she can get.
Please help me kill it.
Yeah, Milo's gonna
I
turn
may
around
just
and-
miss another 3 times, so.
Milo's gonna
It
turn
is the most
around.
incredible. Karen, for this next round, I want you to roll physical, please.
If I roll a
Dice
5 or a
roll is-
6.
Bad to rise.
Yes.
If I roll a 5 or a 6, I pull,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh wait, no, it's 3 and 20, so what ratio is that? Roll a d10, and if I get a
simple.
9
Yeah,
or...
yeah,
Yeah, if I get a 10.
yeah. Roll a d20. If you get a
Where's my
17, 18,
D2?
19, or 18, 19, 20.
Yeah, true.
would be
All right, let's
the
go.
actual statistic.
15. So no, it's just a normal one.
Okay.
Ah,
16 is the number you need.
oh,
Hits.
true. That's only 8.
Only 8. No, it's not. It's only 4. But, and do you have a bonus action? Free. Because you can use your bonus
No, I
action
picked
to
up
move.
my longbow.
That's true. That's very good. Alright.
I think picking up an object is normally an object interaction, right?
I don't. Yeah, it's an
Yeah,
odd
but it's
one.
picking up a weapon.
A weapon.
That's fair.
I'm
that's
happy
fair.
for it to.
I think
Yeah,
it makes
that's fair.
sense.
I'm happy to take yeah. I did like
Don't worry.
literally drop it.
Alrighty, Kiki. It is quite badly damaged, and it just got shot. What do you do?
I hit it with my stick.
Do it.
hopefully. Maybe.
Let's find out. Alright. With your +8. No, I said roll physical.
Oh, fuck! You did.
Because,
Sorry.
I don't know, but the stat roller, the dice roll is fucking broken where you're concerned. Also, that was...
17 plus
There you go.
8. I hit it. Yay.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Let's fucking go. That's 6.
Yes. 6 points of damage on the first.
Yeah. Miss on the second. Because, of course.
You rolled below a 6 on the dice. Below an
Yes.
8 on the dice. Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yes,
Yep.
and then I will flurry of blows.
Yes, please.
Crit!
Hey!
Let's go.
Okay, so
Fuck him up.
6 plus whatever you roll.
6 plus 3 plus 4. So 7 plus 6.
No.
13.
No. Because you just maxed the first dice.
Yeah.
It's a brutal crit, so it's not +3 +4. Oh, I do apologize. I absolutely apologize. So it's 7 plus 6, 13. Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice. Final hit.
Come on. I missed again.
Unlucky.
I think it's me. I think I'm the
that is
problem.
I mean, it should be hitting a little over 3 in every 5 times. Statistically.
Statistically.
Because you need an 8. Yeah. It's absurd. Oh well. It is very badly damaged. So we go back to the top of the order. Oh no, we don't. It's its turn. What am I saying?
Really hope it
16 on the
doesn't
dice.
crit.
24 to hit.
Which is
Oof.
honestly, I think Karen has stolen my curse
17,
because
20 points of
Yeah.
damage.
20.
20
Okay.
points
Kiki
of
does not
necrotic
look
damage.
good.
Because yeah.
The Will Wheaton curse might have struck Mother of Bunnies. Yeah. It's just for Kingsley.
Honestly-
She rolls very well for Kesh.
Well, I was gonna say that's the thing, because I think she may have stolen my curse, because in the other game that I play online with the Americans in particular, I am the one player who has been allowed to take the lucky feat, because of
Yeah.
how poorly I roll, and also I roll a halfling, and I normally get very, very good use out of that re-roll your nat ones.
Yeah.
There
Alrighty.
was one time you rolled 3 in a row, wasn't there?
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
It was
3
fun.
nat ones.
It is Kingsley's turn. The last remaining... The Kiki's one looks very badly damaged.
I think in that case, at this point, as much as he has been loath to do so, is going to just let out a breath as he, I think, raises one arm, that green glow appearing again, and the filigree spreading from between his closed fist. But as it does, you see it sort of branch up and then curve back into the shape of a bow.
Hell yeah.
As he reaches up, pulls, and is going to, I think you see, between, 3 of his fingers. So basically, like, 2 lines appearing, streaks of sort of green energy, that same sort of filigree, as I'm going to cast, Bardic Blast. Yes.
And
roll
the
2
hunting
attacks.
cry of a hawk.
Yes.
The sort of the zee of the hawk shrieks as you cast Eldritch Blast. Bardic Blast. I don't know why it's called. Stupid game. So a 24 and a 20 to hit. Both do.
Okay, so
You'll have to do very
All bards
poorly
can
to
do
fuck
that.
this up. 3, that's not very good. Don't roll a 2.
3 and a 7.
7, there we go. Okay.
As
how
the
do
two
you do
arrows.
this?
Hell yes. I think the two filigree arrows are fired one after another as he sort of quick draws both of them in rapid succession. The green sort of, as it gets closer, also being made of magic, starts to mist before it just plunges through the armor plates on the ghost before, as they both sort of impact, and as the ghost begins to dissipate, the arrows go with it, just up into mist.
I want to be clear. I think what's happening with Kiki and this guy is that they're dueling. It's not so much that this guy has a ludicrously high AC. He is deftly blocking her attacks. He is using his greatsword with incredible skill. And Kiki, despite being a vicious street fighter, just isn't managing to get too many licks in. Like, she has hit him at least as many times as he has hit her. He is a ghost. She is a street urchin turned fireworks saleswoman. I think it's a fair fight. And she has done as much damage as he has. So it's been a very even fight, but the last 5 hit points were stolen by Kingsley. And it's probably for the best, because I don't know if Kiki could have taken another hit.
Kingsley comes out of the woodworks like, parry this, you fucking casual bardic blast.
Yep.
Skadoosh.
Skadoosh, exactly. Well, that is the combat dealt with. The creatures are dissipated. The wisps of ectoplasm falling to the ground. Kiki, you got your toes a little bit wet, but you did manage to dodge the worst of it. And I think we will take a short little break there, everybody, and be back in 5 to 10
dinner.
while these guys figure out how to open a locked door that is made of stone and weighs about a ton. And doesn't look anything like a fucking frog. Alrighty, be back 5 to 10. See you soon, guys. Bye. Avast, ahoy, and g'day, mateys. We be back for some more Humblewood of Hearts and Homes down in the Tangle Wilds in Espinora, or outside of Espinora, actually. And if you are watching and enjoying, please type !ticket in chat to go into the draw to win a Troll Lord Games voucher. All are welcome to do so. Please do. They are fantastic bugs, very supportive of the online TTRPG community, and we love the heck out of them. So, do that thing so you can get $10 for their online store. You guys have just defeated 2 foot Knights of Qril, and now you are standing in a ghostly graveyard that has no ghosts in it anymore, but it does have a whole mess of ectoplasm. What do you do?
I think that as soon as the second sort of shot lands and the last ghost dissipates, I think Kingsley just opens his hand, and rather than fall, the bow just kind of swishes out, kind of like ink in water, and just dissipates into the air. And he'll run over to where Kiki is and just...
Yeah, Milo will too.
You alright?
That hurt quite a bit.
You don't look very well.
Yeah, I need to sit down.
Let's sit. Let's have a rest.
Kiki will find a convenient grave to sit on.
Having seen the inside, Milo might suggest going inside to have that rest.
We could have a rest inside. Are we thinking of taking a short rest, or should Milo
believe
offer
a
up
full
his
ritual.
push? Yeah.
Yeah.
Short rest.
We'll keep the
I
potion
am
for
in need of
later.
a short rest.
Yeah, we can go have a sit down. We've got to figure out how to get in there, though. You should
Yes.
bardic blast that. That surely will not awaken anything.
Could I examine it in case there's like a convenient lever or button or some sort of means of
Yeah.
springing
Kiki.
the doorway?
Make an investigation check.
I am not great at this. Okay.
19.
Oh,
straight
there's the
19
good
there.
roll.
There you go.
What the
She's,
fuck?
no, she's really good at all the other parts of the game. She's just shithouse in combat. Which is a shame for the primary melee character of the party. Okay, Kiki, this door is made of stone. It probably weighs the best part of a ton, and it is jammed shut. Whatever mechanism there was that allowed it to open and close is long since degraded. However, you do notice that the ground at the base of it is not made of stone. The floor is dirt.
I think we could dig under the door. Because this door is, a giant slab of stone, but that is dirt. And dirt can be moved.
One of you has a burrow speed.
Milo's gonna be like, I can do that. And he's going to put his stuff down, and he's gonna go ham on this dirt. Like,
his swarm
I'm
help?
talking, he goes full. Yeah, in a weird way though, you'll see as he's digging in this dirt, there's little bugs trying to help him, but worms starting to crawl through the dirt and move the dirt kind of out of the way, kind of piling it up on the outside of the hole instead.
I imagine the bugs and small critters are like moving it from behind you as you dog-style burrow your way down, and they're
He's
like, yeah,
going
we'll get this out.
ham.
Yeah, love it. Alrighty, you managed to enter the temple. It's a bit of a squeeze for Kingsley to get through a Milo-sized hole, but he manages. Gets a
Milo
little
intentionally
dusty.
does not dig it any bigger.
Yeah,
And there are so many
prestidigitation.
prestidigitations
Yes.
immediately after.
There's so many bugs on you.
I was gonna say he was
Hey,
so
I'm
glad
Lord.
that he didn't have to dig it. He was like, whew. Like thinking, like I don't want to get dirt on me, and then realized how small the tunnel was and resigned himself to it.
And you somehow come out of it covered in worms.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Kiki, on the other hand, does not struggle at all because she's barely larger than Milo and probably thinner. As in just narrower, I think.
No, he's so rotund.
Oh, yeah. No, we're not fat shaming the fictional hedgehog character.
No. He's just so round.
So, you enter the temple of. The mausoleum. I've just typed Temple of Nabar because that's the soundscape I'm going to use. Behind the door is a staircase, a stairway. It's quite wide, actually. It's wider than the door. It's 10 feet wide. No, it's probably about 20 feet wide, actually. The door would have been 10 feet wide. Behind the door is a stairway, 20 feet wide, and it leads down to a 40-foot wide vault. The walls of which are covered in carvings and imagery, though, as there is only a small hole underneath the door, there is not a huge amount of light in here. Kiki, on
My
the other
dark
hand-
vision is still active.
So Milo can see just
Why
fine.
the heck do hedges, nocturnal animals, not
Because they
have
have-
dark vision?
Because they are, that
So I
would
can
have
have it
unbalanced the
suspend.
shit out of them. Because they were already fairly good.
Yeah, like hedgehogs literally come out at night.
I know.
So
Because I can take it as a spell instead.
There you go. I don't believe Gallus or Luma have night vision, but you can light torches and shit.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'll, in that case, especially given that I am the tallest and can hold it up to get the most coverage out of it. Oh, sorry, were you gonna say something?
Yeah, he's gonna say, I'm happy to give you both some as well, like, to see in the dark, just in case.
Oh.
He's gonna offer up 2 second-level spell slots.
Or a
oh
third.
no, save them. That's cool. We got torches. We cool.
Offers there.
Yeah.
Very well. Torches all round
appreciate it,
and
but,
dark
yeah.
vision for Milo. Very well.
I'll pull out some torches and just prestidigitate to light them.
Okay. While you are down here, this is probably the best place to have a short rest in the thing. Yes, I would imagine while you're down here, just chilling and hanging out and taking a bit of a breather after that nasty encounter, you can check out the walls. Please make me investigation or insight your choice. They will learn the same things, but they have a different scores to do so.
Yep, I think,
Kingsley can have guidance on this.
oh, thank you.
I'm
yeah,
just
'cause I think-
rolling some hit dice. Don't mind me.
Yeah.
I was gonna say also, almost, if you want, before you roll any hit dice, for those of you who are spending it, you can roll a d6 and add that because I've got Song of Rest going. So you can just have an extra d6 of healing as well, which is fun. So yeah, as I think Kingsley, just kind of walks around. I think as he slowly plucks at his lyre, I'll roll for it too. Once D&D Beyond decides to play nice.
Here we
Seems
see
to be
a gallus bard investigating a stony tomb. Within
That's impressive.
are the deeds of an order of knights named the Knights of Qril. It would seem they were mighty conquerors, serving the emperors of the Eluran Empire for generations. You see scenes of huge battles, of heroes mounted on large dinosaurs, slaying mighty beasts. There you are, Californian.
Yeah.
I can do better.
Yeah.
I can go full David Evans. Here we see a strange little Luma lady rolling dice in order to recover from an encounter with a terrifying ghost creature. Though little in stature, she is mighty in spirit and is recovering from the attack of another spirit.
Amazing, phenomenal,
Thank you.
wonderful, never before seen.
Hell yes. I may need to roll this physically because my D&D Beyond is not responding,
don't
and
wanna.
I
That's
just tried
fine.
to refresh the page, and it is now not even loading my sheet.
Do not forget
like,
that
no
when
more
you roll hit
Kingsley.
dice, you also add your Constitution modifier every time you do it.
Yes.
I don't have one of those.
Kiki does, is why I'm pointing it out. Kiki.
Oh yeah, I have been. Thankfully, my
finally got a
healing
good
has not
roll
been
for
as shit as. I did have to roll 6 hit dice, but I'm back almost to full health.
Well, there you go.
74 out of 77.
That's all right. I mean, you could burn one more and get to for max.
Yeah.
Was that
Why
with
not?
Kingsley's D6?
That was
Oh.
with Kingsley's D6.
Oh, okay, valid. I mean, that's the point of them. They're there to be used.
I finally rolled well on a lore check in this campaign. Let's go.
Hey.
It's a
So that was the Kiki got a 19 on investigation, which is exactly the number she needed.
I haven't
I got
rolled.
12.
Milo got a 12, which means he would only have. He actually wouldn't have learned shit because that was insight.
He doesn't know anything.
Sorry, what were the choices again?
Insight or
or
investigation, but you only choose one, and you chose the better of the two. Trust me. The insight you
Did
need
you roll?
one more point. So how did you
well-
do, Kingsley?
I got a 24.
Hey, all right. So you both, Kingsley and Kiki, both get this. You also spot some scenes where these knights sit in judgment over courts, or assist with the building of villages. And
Okay.
it's that that really tips you off. These are the Knights of Qril. The Knights of Qril.
Yeah, I think in that case, especially as he sees that particular sort of fresco, sort of laid out on the wall. Kingsley will sort of turn back to the others and just. Right, so. I thought a little about them earlier, but. Apparently, these are the Knights of Qril. I'm not a historian, so I don't know much about their history or legacy, but they were, at least to all records, upstanding. They conquered in the name of the Empire, but then they helped townsfolk rebuild and reinstate their way of life. They insisted on, as strange as it sounds, almost humanitarian conquering. But nothing we've seen here supports that. And he has said that like out loud to those two as well. So
Yeah.
y'all are aware as well.
They just seem kind of mean.
So, can I do a history check?
You could?
Was there like a group that, I don't know, maybe the
An
Knights
offshoot or something?
sworn enemies, or maybe
Yeah.
a disparate faction within
yeah.
them that got up to some fucky shit?
Guidance.
Hell yeah. Guidance, history.
What does guidance get me?
+4.
Plus
And
D4.
D4. As you feel warm, like you've just drunk a cup of Milo.
Oh.
18 plus 1.
19.
19.
And Terrace, I absolutely could maintain that for several hours. I have done so. I once ran, when Pokemon Go was first a thing, I ran tours on a bus with grown human adults as Professor Wattle,
Incredible.
a Pokemon professor touring people around Perth to all the good spots to go for Pokemon Go. We did it exactly 3 times.
Every time I learn about a new job you have, it just gets more and more unhinged.
So I
And
did.
Fred is a self-insert.
We have, yes.
Typical
Oh, Ansfred is
life
absolutely a
goals.
self-insert. Yeah. It was after the first 2 hours. Everyone's like, "Do you just talk like that?" I'm like, "I do now." Getting very excited. We found Dratinis. We managed to catch a bunch of someone caught a Dragonite, and we were like, "Where the fuck did you get that?" Yeah, it was a good night.
Hell yeah.
So, a 19. No, is the short of it. They had... There was other orders of knights that considered them wishy-washy, or like, why are you bothering? But their results sort of spoke for themselves. Like, when you conquer and you're not gentle, you often have to reconquer. And these guys, the places that the Knights of Qril took, they left they stayed in charge. They did not move aside for civilian governors to come in. They're like, no, we conquered this for us. We will run it for the Empire. You will get the taxes and everything, but we will run it, and we will do it properly. And they did, by all accounts. You do not recall of your Kiki and Kingsley do have something of a classical education as far as Espinora is concerned, because they were raised by an Ellerin priestess who knows more of a history of this sort of neck of the woods than most people would bother knowing. So yeah, I feel like there is an outside chance you would know, and a 19 is a solid roll. So yeah, that's the Knights of Qril were spoken of in glowing terms by Lady Iskander, Mistress Iskander, as that's how we do it, children. So if any of you grow up to be mighty generals, you be nice to the people you conquer, and then you won't have to conquer them again. And then, yes, Mistress Iskander, like, at her orphanage, is what you learn. You nap, snooze, or otherwise rest for about an hour, imbibing snacks or treats from your little handy sacks that Milo's auntie gave you, Aloane.
There are so many snacks.
They are good. It's all homemade cookies and shit. It's like it's not like healthy. That's not the kind of auntie she is. She's more of a granny at this point, and it's like, no, this is cake and biscuits. You are getting the sweets because I don't have to deal with the sugar high. Yeah. I presume you continue onwards?
I guess so.
All right.
Yeah.
Beyond this chamber, which I imagine you've had sort of a peek out and like, I'm not fucking with that just yet. We're going to have a rest. We're going to rest in here. And we don't understand what the fuck's going on, but something isn't right. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, the conclusions you have drawn seem completely on the up and up. My goodness, cheap viewers. Nah, I'm good.
Really?
Cheap
I don't want
viewers?
to pay. Not
It's
even
very
I don't
kind
want
of you.
cheap
I
viewers.
trust
I want
anybody who's
expensive, elegant designer viewers. Come
exactly. I'm cheap myself. I don't need more cheap in my life.
The guy above him's also trying to offer them.
Oh, take care, Tony. You have a lovely lurk. Sleep well, my friend. I also don't trust anybody whose profile picture is that frog meme. Let's have that one
Wait,
on
which-
as well.
Wait,
It's the
the rainbow frog?
Yeah, no, not that one. Or it might be. I
No.
don't know. I don't barely even know it, but it's a frog.
Oh, Pepe. Right, yeah.
yeah.
Pepe the Frog.
There you go. Thanks, Darren.
Understood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So you head through this door. Beyond the chamber is a stone archway leading out to a huge underground vault. More than a chasm, but a chasm, because I've already used the word vault in descriptive language recently. Spanned by a stone bridge on the other side along its length, scattered without regularity on either side of the bridge going along it, scattered without regularity are statues of various knights and occasionally dragons and manticores and hydras, things like that, the things they fought, seemingly standing on guard. The bridge does not look particularly sturdy. What do you do?
There's 3 of them, aren't there?
There are 2 other bridges, one to either side. Now that you're there and getting physical, you can see on either side, about 150 feet away, are 2 other bridges that are pretty identical to this one.
And how far across are these bridges? Like, how long are they?
They are 60 feet across and 20 foot wide as you go across them. Okay. And when I say pretty much identical, I mean absolutely fucking identical. The hole they come out of, the doorway they come out of, and the hole they go into at the far side are also exactly the fucking same.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, us birdies can just glide over the bridge.
Well,
you have to have some height to fly. You can't fly, you can glide.
Yeah, we could glide
I can
halfway
fly.
across, but yeah, actually, Milo might have the easiest job of it here.
What's my strength? Never mind. Wait, birds.
Oh, wait, I can Misty
You have
Step.
light
I'm
bird
fine.
bones.
You can get halfway with Misty Step. You can't do it twice.
You can glide the other half.
No,
Glide
you can't.
and then
you
Misty
need
Step.
a high point to start
Yeah,
from.
I know.
Not if you misty step 30 feet in the air.
Well,
Actually,
if Milo can, like, do his, possessed float across,
You
he
look
could
back
carry
and
a rope
Milo's on the
across.
other side.
I was
True.
gonna say, Misty Step can actually. There is a way you can use it to get across, purely because, in the same way that I did in I think the very first time I brought Kingsley here and we had to cross a very rickety rope bridge that was about to fall, you can use wing flap to go up 15 feet, or in your case, I think it might be like 20 or 25 feet or something.
Yeah, it's
And
halfway.
then effectively glide your movement speed across,
Yeah.
which will get you close enough to then Misty
You
Step.
go down and across at the same rate. You drop
Yes.
at a rate of 1 to 1.
Okay.
So you can fly.
Alternatively,
Well, you fall
Milo
60 feet around.
flies up, hovers over with a rope.
I will
and
fly
then-
a rope over too.
Well,
And then
so
we-
here's the thing.
rope.
As you are sort of talking this through and planning it out, on the bridge to your left, you see you. They come out. It's exactly you guys. It's Kiki, Kingsley, and Milo. They come out. They have a look around. They examine the place in much the same way you do. They apparently talk amongst themselves. You can hear muttered conversation, but you can't. You can guess it's similar conversation to what you're having right now. Then the 3 of them start crossing the bridge, just walking across quite gingerly, quite gently. And as they do, as they pass the first statue, it collapses and crushes all 3 of them.
Wait, so the statues are like along. Oh.
They're on the edges of the
They're on
bridge,
either
I think,
side of the
yeah.
bridge, yeah. Statue, all the way up. Yeah. These statues are about 15 feet high, and all 3 just get clobbered and destroyed by this statue. And as they do, the statue right in front of you guys collapses as well. You're nowhere near the blast zone, and it just collapses. And then if you look over on the far side, that one also collapses, like dominoes.
And it takes out the bridge.
No. The bridge is 20 feet wide. This thing is just now a sort of a chest-high wall obstacle sort of a way. But it killed them.
Okay. can't say I've ever watched myself die before. We should probably hurry up and make
You
it.
haven't?
Every time. I
We can unpack that later. Okay.
What does that mean?
It means we need to get across this bridge. So, do we just want to make a run for it?
sleep. Might I make a suggestion? You can only do this for the first half of the bridge, but if you want
Sorry,
to, please
unplug my mic.
make me investigation checks before you go, just to sort of check for
I
traps and that sort of
still
thing.
can't open my sheet, but I'm working from memory, and I think I know most of this.
4.
4 from Kiki.
10. Zach,
10
take
from
guidance.
Milo. Zach is guidance.
So that's
Relying on
16.
16 with the D4 from the guidance.
With the D4, unfortunately.
Very well,
I got a
16.
15 and then added a 1.
I think it's a really bad idea.
You can absolutely see there are several more traps across the bridge.
Yep.
Emerging from the right-hand entranceway, you see yourselves again. This time they have the same chat. Look at the brain statue that has fallen over, and begin gingerly making their way across the bridge. About 15 feet across, however, the statue of a Hydra breathes out a gust of fire that engulfs the three of them, and they scream as they perish. One of them even being blown off the side and falling into the chasm below. A burning torch of a person fluttering down into the dark.
I
Paris,
would almost...
The word midnight steak is one of the more
Excellent.
arousing things I've seen you
Unsettling, but yeah.
type in chat, I gotta say. There's one in my freezer too. I could have a steak. Tempting.
To go with the stew and mac
Yeah,
and
this is
cheese.
the thing. I've got pulled pork stew and mac and cheese. What?
I have an idea, guys.
This is an 18+ stream, Dead Bunny. I'm allowed to say things like that.
True.
You have an idea, guys. Steak
Uh,
on top. Hell yeah.
I
Always coffee steak.
can conjure up a whole bunch of animals and we can send them across the bridge. They're not real.
Oh.
They're just fey. They're not actual animals, so they wouldn't get hurt really.
Yeah, that is Terrace's
Okay.
whole thing.
I suppose that's, not a bad idea. I'd be tempted to just sit here and wait to see if enough illusions of us appear that all the traps
To
are revealed.
trigger all the
but,
traps, yeah.
but equally, I don't like the idea of finding out what happens when the last one goes off, particularly if one of them destroys all the bridges. So, I'd say give it a try.
If I do that, then we're gonna set them all off anyway.
Yeah, but
At least then I
that-
can fly a rope over.
yeah.
That thing you did where you made lots of versions of yourself, Kingsley. Can you do that but send one of the versions of yourself out across the bridge?
That's
Unfortunately
essentially what Milo
not.
is offering to do.
Unfortunately not. I'm a little attached to myself. They never seem to want to leave.
Alright.
I had already written down a favorite moment for you, but that one's actually going to top it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm a little attached to myself.
That's a good
Also
line if
just-
someone's threatening your life, actually. It's like, I'll kill you.
Oh, my sheet opened.
I'm a
Let's
little
go.
attached to myself, actually.
Also, yeah, mechanically speaking, unfortunately, no. Mechanically speaking, I believe, what is it? You'd need to be a trickery cleric? Or you'd need, like, I think it's the spell Seeming, I think, to do something like that.
Yeah.
Or
Or a Swarmkeeper
whatever,
Ranger.
yeah.
With
Yeah.
Fae, with Summon Fae.
Because I
Yeah.
could just send
Try
my
that.
familiar over, but he
Ooh,
also
that.
has the downside of, I mean, like, actually, you know what?
Getting a bit peeved with you if he dies.
Perhaps
Yeah.
no, he loves me. No, I think, but perhaps I send Princely first.
You can test to see if it actually works.
Purely because if he if he makes it across, then fantastic. If something does happen, then at least it's only one rather than the crowd.
Are you going to have him fly across, or is this parrot going to walk across the 60-foot wide bridge?
That might take a while.
So
That one.
it is going to walk. However, this time it's not going to manifest as a parrot.
You know that video of the... Oh, you should make it. You know that video of the bird doing the...
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, actually, no,
where
never
there
mind.
is in the
I'm
cavern.
pretty sure there is. No, it's called
I'm
Prince.
fully-
That's the bird I'm thinking of.
I'm
Prince
I'm
is a bird.
fully just leaving it as a bird.
Yeah. No, do that.
Because I just double checked, and also every single form that this can take has a walk speed of 20 feet, so it doesn't matter.
So it's the fastest little parrot.
It just fully
marching
is
across.
doing. Actually, it's not even marching. It's doing that kind of like a bird thing where they do the sort of like rock back on their legs and then hop, and then rock back and hop, and it's just going boing 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 boing.
Last time my Lorikeet did that, it was to run up to me to bite me so fucking hard on the toe.
All right. So
Also,
Jack.
I will say I'm fully expecting, Hun, that we'll still have to use your spell. I'm more
Oh
just
yeah, there's a heap of traps on
if
it,
I
yeah.
can set off the fire trap in particular.
Yep.
If it can't reset, if I set off the AoE fire trap that might wipe out the entire crowd of critters.
I'm gonna send them along one at a time.
well,
That's fair.
so Princely starts walking across the bridge. He gets about halfway before another group of yourselves over on the left again. So left was the first time, right the second time, left again on the first time. Comes out, and the Kiki version of them goes, "Oh look, it's us," and points at you.
Milo
What
does
did you
not
do?
do
What,
that.
losers?
I just went like that.
I fully think Kingsley blows a kiss to himself.
Hello, you
It's-
have
it's
some.
And you know
almost-
what?
it's
Actually,
almost a mirror.
Yes,
no, I was gonna say,
cockerel
knowing
over there.
Kingsley, I think both of them do the
Do the
exact same
same.
thing at the
Yeah.
same time,
Milo's
and they
waving
both
like
look
this.
so pleased with themselves.
Like, that is us. We do that, yes.
You can't even see Milo's hand. He's waving that fast.
Yeah, aw.
Breaks the sound.
And one of them says, we're you. We're you, but up ahead.
No, you're us.
Well, that too. I'm being
Were
Kingsley
you-
now. Yes, well, that too. But we've been you. We were you when you sent Princely
Oh.
across.
Oh, what happens? Incineration noises in the background.
Princely explodes.
Oh, well, actually, and he indicates to his shoulder, and as he does so, a piston-like lance from a statue nearby impales this Kingsley.
Oh God!
And he and just slumps. And the other two, the Kiki and the Milo over there, say, "What the hell, Kingsley? No!" And then you hear a shout from behind you, and on the right-hand bridge is a fourth set of yourselves who go, "Those guys just got the other Kingsley killed." And Milo's like, "That's my friend!" And then Milo starts shooting at you.
I was gonna say Milo levels his crossbow. No, not crossbow, longbow.
Longbow, yeah.
Yeah, so
Princely
no,
has-
not that Milo. This Milo.
Princely has completely failed to get incinerated or set on fire or have a crack, walk, and like have the bridge fall out from underneath him. He is about halfway across the bridge at this point, and these shenanigans are just going on around you.
I think I might have an idea of what's going on.
Can you all please make me dexterity saves as 2 sets of Milo start shooting at you?
I shoot at one of the sets of Milo.
Very well. Dex save 27 from Milo, very nice. An 11 from
Ducks rolls
Kingsley.
and shoots at the one on the right.
Don't fuck it up. 26!
26.
You can't shoot me, motherfucker!
And
Alright,
also,
You can
I
shoot
think
me.
that, actually, maybe both of you, do you both, I know that Kiki does, do rangers also get evasion?
No,
Nope.
no, but monks do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so you'll take nothing, Karen, probably.
Kingsley, yeah, you take 8 points of damage. And yeah, this arrow lances into your shoulder from the other Milo. Milo, you can shoot back. Which one are you shooting at? The one on the left or the right? The one
Right.
whose
The one on the
friend
right.
died? Okay, very well.
The one who blamed it on me
Yeah.
for no reason.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. Nat 1.
Ouch. Okay,
Ooh.
yeah,
As
the
I
arrow
let go
sails
of the
over
front,
its head.
I let go of the front of the longbow first. It just slaps me in the face.
Yeah, Princely goes another 10 feet and completely fails to set off 2 or 3 traps, including the piston trap that the other Kingsley set off.
Alright,
Is he not heavy enough?
possible. And so you said, yeah, so the ones that with the Kingsley that got hit with the piston trap, they were like partway along the bridge, weren't they? When that happened, yeah.
Halfway.
I could, yeah,
Is this a fucking... Are you doing the door was unlocked the whole time?
It's possible. I have a few ideas about what's going on here, but I think we're going to need to start moving regardless. But before we do, there's a handful of people shooting at me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a fan of that.
Oh.
So I think that
Why?
Kingsley, hearing this one go, they got Kingsley killed, and then starts shooting at Kingsley. Makes sense, I guess. Kingsley is going to, I think, as the arrow sort of thunks into his shoulder, he'll sort of quietly curse to himself before looking over and just
Sorry.
and I think just enough. And as he sort of, as he, sorry, as he waves his hand, I think more
No,
of
I'm
that
not.
kind
I'm
of
not sorry at all.
Not talking to you.
that golden dust is going to sort of emanate from his hand, carrying over to where the particularly antagonistic Milo and the group are.
Hey. I'm
and-
antagonistic.
And as the golden sort of sparkles get there, they become augmented by a little bit of green that sort of seems to flicker in between them, almost like you know when you see like clear gems turning and you can see like light refracting off the surfaces and things like that. You can see green kind of in those patterns. As I'm going to cast hypnotic pattern on the group and try to just stop them for a bit.
Interesting.
So wisdom save, please.
No, I don't think I will.
That's fair.
Because the magic that you are interacting with goes, rather than hypnotized, it cracks like a pane of glass and then shatters.
Kingsley, if you break a mirror, that's 7 years bad luck, you know.
I'm so confused.
He's got bad luck for 7
And then you hear, they just killed all of those guys. Isn't that them from the future? They're insane. Shoot them again, Milo. And Milo from behind you shoots again.
Milo from right here, right now, turns around and shoots the other Milo.
Stop shooting at each other! How do we know which one's the real us and which
Milo, please make
not?
a dex save.
I don't think
Milo
any of
looks
this is the real us.
17. Milo looks at
17, very
Kiki
nice.
and just lets go of the Like arrow as
Make
towards
an
Milo.
attack roll against yourself over there.
Miss.
17. Yeah, no, you don't hit yourself. However, they go. Kiki's like tapping him on the shoulder, and then a slab slides out from underneath the Kiki's feet. She grabs the Milo she's holding onto, and they both plummet off the edge of the bridge. And you are once again left in silence and not being shot at anymore. The arrow in Kingsley's shoulder, I want to be also very clear, Kingsley, turned to glass at exactly the same moment everything else did, and shattered along with it. You are not injured at all.
Oh.
Milo's gonna take Kiki's hand and step them both about 5 feet to the left.
Yep. I presume you're still not barely on the bridge at all, like you've barely moved.
Yeah. But like,
Dead Bunny, have a
away
lovely
from where
sleep.
that
Thank you for
trap
joining
door
us.
opened up in the other ones.
Yeah.
Bye!
Before you go, type !ticket if you haven't already.
I think that if you want to send your critters to scout, do it now. I think we need to move before more versions of us show up and decide to try to help.
We might just be safe.
As he kind of like rolls his shoulder.
That trap door that just opened up underneath Kiki didn't happen here. It could have happened at any time. We might just be safe.
Princely has reached the far side, uninjured.
I think
Turns around and looks at you like, are you happy? You fuckhead? You sent me out here to die.
I'm happy to go first, and if the bridge breaks, I can fly.
That's true.
okay.
Rather than the
Sure.
two birds who can't.
Hedgehog can, because he's
Yes.
got bugs.
Bug friends. All right.
Bugs,
Milo.
bugs.
Milo, as you go, you trip slightly and fall through the statue that fell over in front of you.
I knew it.
And then you, emboldened by the discovery that the thing that would maybe have killed you if it had hit you wouldn't have, you continue tripsing along and you do not set off a single fucking trap.
Milo gets to the other end and goes, pulls out his bow and arrow and just like
Nice.
looks for other Milos. Like, they're
No
not
more
over here
Milos
too, are
appear.
they?
It's no fun when it happens to me. I think Kingsley is upset he has been deceived.
Hey, I've been punked.
And will walk across the bridge, calling Princely back to him. And I think as Princely lands on his hand, he will pop him back on his shoulder and just, for what it's worth, I am glad you didn't.
Yeah, he can't actually talk, I don't think.
I think you should be allowed to. Just
No, but
to
I'm
call
pretty
Kingsley
sure
Gives
names.
you a
They
dirty look, though.
I was gonna say, I think they can kind of communicate mentally with the person
Yeah.
who summoned them, and
Screw
so I
you,
think he's like, yeah.
This guy learns basic common just to call Kingsley every name under the
It
sun.
is a parrot. It can, presumably, it's got the capacity to speak. Yeah, one of the games over on Roll for Damage, Sean O'Donovan plays a wizard who has he likes experimenting, trying to create new magic. And he's a graviturgist,
Yep.
and he has an owl familiar who is so fucking sick of being experimented on.
That's
That
excellent.
the owl familiar hates this guy.
Phenomenal.
And he has to cajole it to make it do what he wants. It's very
think
funny.
I
Kingsley,
actually love that concept.
Yes.
I think
it's really
Kingsley
good.
generally treats Princely fairly well.
Oh, I'm sure he does, but and this
I
is probably
think-
what it is. Princey's
I
like,
think
no.
Princely's like, yeah, I think Princely, like, if he gets tired of anything, it's probably the constant showmanship
Yeah.
because
Alrighty.
of
The constant
certain
talking.
things.
Yeah, the trick here is the builders are trying to scare people away,
Kingsley
but they
be like
don't
that.
want to actually make the entryway to the mausoleum hazardous, merely seem to be.
Yeah.
On the far
Those
side,
bastards.
I think we will leave it there, folks, because we've been going for 3 hours now and do our favourite moments. Yeah, you did almost all the things I wrote last night. Good job. So you are just about at the middle of the solution of this adventure, which is excellent. So, guys, we'll do our favourite moments now, which is what we like to do at the end of our streams. It's a nice thing we stole from the dreaded GM, just like Zach and Jess. So it's kind of appropriate.
I live here now. You can't get rid of me. Sorry.
No, she's in the carpet.
Yeah. I'm in the carpet. I'm
like
in the
glitter.
walls. Somehow.
And I'm in, and I'm
vents.
and I'm in your
In
bloodstream.
your lungs. Yeah.
And
So,
I'm comorbid.
yeah, definitely a pair of comorbid individuals here. So, guys, we need a
yeah.
D4 rolled in chat, please, to determine which person we flatter first. Well, this is where we go around the room and say what we liked about what people did this evening. We have a 1 from Shanahos. That's Kiki. Favorite Kiki moments,
Sure.
everybody.
I have a favorite Kiki moment. I don't know why. I really liked the description of the Jedi staff spin. That you're like, I spin it like a really, like a Jedi, and then just donk.
They do that.
I heard, but I heard the really hollow noise in my head
Yes.
as you smack this guy in the forehead with it. So you do all these fancy tricks, and it's just like a.
Yes.
And he takes so much damage. I don't know why. I was like,
Yeah.
that's.
It
That's
was Mins
Kiki.
and Max, because you only hit 4 times, so one of them was a crit. Always being a good sport about that it's hard when you're continuing, but I'm not going to flatter you for it because you do it a lot. So you bear up
really
under it
like
very
Kiki.
well. I love Kiki as well. I liked how you were directly afterwards like, I need to sit down. I need a minute, guys. Can we take a minute, please? That was
I
very
did
sweet.
it so well.
But the favorite moment has to be the firework, the burning hands.
Stolen.
Sorry.
The third. All right. Yeah, I really liked that as well. I think, as well as that, I will also say that I did. I do love that Kiki tried to talk to them anyway.
Yeah, that was. If no one
Like
brought that up, I
even
would've-
even after everything we've seen and the fact that it was like, okay, this is probably going to go badly. These guys are not moving for anything, but we have seen what happens to people who actually get in the way of these soldiers. This is going to be risky. And Kiki just being like, no, but what if they're nice? What if they're nice? We should talk to them first. And just
What if these two are reasonable?
These are doing something different to the other ones. Yeah.
yeah, they're not walking, so maybe
She
they could.
has an empathy and innocence and a kindness to her that she shouldn't have, considering what she's gone through.
I mean, yes and no.
Yeah,
I think her upbringing by a priestess who took no shits, but also was a genuinely quite a loving maternal figure. Like, she did not want for love as a child, despite not having parents who actually gave birth to her. She, a fairly strict disciplinarian, but absolutely tolerated her bullshit probably more than most parents would. And it was like, oh, fireworks, all right. Look, if that's your interest, I will help. I will find you a
I will
field in which to
nurture
do
this.
that. Because
You just have to do it
why
in the
not?
shed all the way down the back of the garden.
I will engineer a situation in which this could help. And yes, I'll send you off on the occasional blood-curdling terror adventure, but you did save the city that one time. So yeah, look.
Yeah. It was great.
She has had an interesting upbringing, but I think it's produced a really sweet and lovely person who's also quite competent. Yeah. Lovely.
In
Karen,
certain
favorite
areas.
save? Favorite self?
My favourite moment was that crit hit in amongst all that
Hell
bullshit.
So fair.
At least I got to be cool one
Yeah.
time.
Well, the first
No,
round,
Bishop's
when
right.
you stripped 36 hit points off the thing that's resistant to most damage, it was pretty good. And then you started rolling like dog shit, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bishop
That's
Blood does
like,
have a
okay,
point.
you're done.
All Karen's characters are, for some reason, the only adult in the room somehow. Yeah, and
I'm
it
not
helps to
doing
have
it on
that player.
purpose.
It does
Even
help
the
to have
ones that
that
are-
player, though.
Obsessed with fireworks.
Yeah. Very well. Well, we flattered
Yeah,
Karen
she's
thoroughly.
obsessed with blowing things up for fun, but she's somehow the adult in the room.
Yeah, well, occasionally she makes the...
Only grown-ups can become pyrotechnicians.
Actually, I think I'm an adult in the room.
I mean,
I'm just
so's
very
Milo,
irresponsible.
but
Now, these three are actually
Yeah.
reasonably well balanced. It's a very different vibe, but it's fun. All right, we need a D3, please. Because Karen has been thoroughly flattered. And if you have favorite
Bishop-
moments, please...
See,
Yeah,
Bishop
flirting with
gets it.
himself. Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Bishop gets it.
D2.
Like, he's
Oh, that's
distracted.
me. No, roll again. There we go. Thank you. A 1. No, because Shanahouse rolled a 4, which was wrong. So a 1. Then we're talking about Milo.
Milo.
Which amusingly would have been a 2 would have been Milo on a D4 as well. So we're talking about
there we
Jess. Thank you, Shanahouse. You're all good.
Fucking levitating
Yeah.
in
That
the
was dope.
just be like, well, I'm noping out of this.
Hard pass. Yeah.
Bugs.
Zach,
Yeah.
I don't want to steal yours again. Go first.
That's okay. But yeah, I think honestly it was the reaction to the ghost getting in melee. It was the fact that like, even though you know mechanically played it out, the fact that like again Milo not knowing sort of what's going on with like quote unquote real adventuring and just sort of being like, you know, I handle beasts and stuff, and so as soon as it's like, no, the ghost is in front of you and it's stabbing you with a sword, his immediate reaction being like, oh shit, like being scared, dropping his bow and trying to sort of handle
Yeah,
stuff
drop down. Yeah.
It was such a clever, just like it just added a lot to him, I think, even though mechanically it didn't deduct from the way you played him at all. It was great.
I like to think he's been in combat with, like, you know, he's tried to shoot at something
He's done
and
some
it's
hunting stuff, but
turned back around and been like, nah, and he's had to do that a few times in
Float.
his life.
yeah. That person 2113, you are very welcome here. Thank you for joining us. I did see that you had followed earlier. Good on you, bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag. Thanks for joining us. We are just coming to the end. If you've been watching all along, though, you've been very welcome. Thanks for joining us. We are, of course, as Cove, we do D&D. We play in the Humblewood setting more often than not. This is sort of maybe a little bit in the Humblewood setting, in that it is in the world of the Everden, but in a bit that they have not yet released books for. So this is in the Tangle Wilds in the southern continent that they haven't really got into, so I'm going into it for them. And this is a gang of folks from Espinora, a Spain in sort of Spanish-inspired city, the last outpost, and really it's not of the Eluran Empire, but a city-state descended from the Eluran Empire. And these gang are trying to figure out some ghosty boys. Call me recommended. Just came from school. Very well. Favorite Jess, we were saying I have a favorite Jess moment. I even wrote it down. Seeing friends being brave, justifying you're successful in being brave. Like,
So cute.
logicking out for narrative reasons why you succeeded the second time when you failed the first was really cool, and I liked it.
Thank you.
And very solid
Hell yeah.
roleplay there. Yes. Nice to meet you, Ricardo. Call me Rec.
Welcome.
Very well, will do.
Nice to meet you.
Favorite self, Jess?
I like, when I play characters, I like the little bits of backstory, like, that I give them on the fly, that I feel like, you know, something happens and I'm like, yeah, that's right. Like, specifically the Milo being like, yeah, I've seen myself die. Like, I've seen that shit. You haven't? Like,
I love that. It's like,
He's
yeah,
had- he's
Milo
had them
sees
stories.
a ghost. Oh, fuck. Watches himself die. I mean,
I mean, that's gonna happen.
What is it, Tuesday?
Ghosts aren't
Yeah.
real, though. I mean, that's something that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Those ghosts, they're not real.
Yeah.
I've done ayahuasca before.
And the other one was like making the decision to shoot at exactly the same time as the other Milo made the decision to shoot. So you were like, oh, I was gonna say Milo's
Great
shooting. I'm like, no,
Milos
I'm
think
already
alike.
shooting.
Alrighty.
Like, oh, who my character is has come across quite clearly.
All these critters are yours now. Here you go. They're in your pockets now, forever.
Thank you.
Yes.
Gosh.
I'm new to
new to
D&D.
D-
How do you see yourself die? Well, you
have a
encounter
really
a DM,
mean
who
DM.
really enjoys traps and puzzles that aren't really traps and puzzles. They just look like them.
It was an illusion.
It was an illusion. They encountered a bridge that had two identical other bridges, and they were going across it and discovered that there were identical versions of themselves also doing it, but experiencing horrible deaths again and again. To really try and dissuade them from crossing this bridge, it was like, no, don't cross this bridge, you'll die horribly, don't do that. And then the other version started shooting at them, and it just gets more and more silly, and then they were like, wait a second, I am me.
No, this is real.
Yep, that's D&D for you. I had a
love it.
lovely experience with a brand new D&D player this afternoon because I'm a professional DM and I run games for newbies in a library in South Perth. And she is a young lady, about 15 years old, She played her first session of D&D 2 weeks ago with me and then came back for her second session today. She has acquired 2 sets of dice since then. She is up to 4 now.
Atta
because she
girl.
was gifted a couple of others by a couple of other players
She
there.
understands.
She was
One
like,
of us.
they're just
One
little
of
bits of
us.
magic. And I'm just like, she's a little goblin. And there was another more, like, I had an early 20s player sitting at the table as well. And that person and I made eye contact. And we're like, oh, it's a goblin, one of us. And then
Oh, baby goblin.
I said, can you please describe this character? Because we'd met her, but we didn't really know what she looked like. What does she look like? And she was like, I don't know, what do I say? And I'm like, whatever you want, babe. It's your character. You can be whatever you want. And she was like, right, yes. And you could see just all of the possibilities. And she described
Yeah.
in intricate detail this person's costume, basically from her Pinterest board, apparently. Yeah, this was essentially a self-insert character. She was like, she looks a bit like me, quite like me, long dark hair, but a little bit shorter because she's half elf. But she misunderstood what elf was. It's not Lord of the Rings. She's thinking Santa. So this is a half Santa's
She can-
elf.
You know what? You know what?
And I said, you can be. I was like, that's not, but
perfect.
also I fucking love it.
Yes,
so
it
yes,
is.
this is what it is. You're essentially, she's half that and half human, so she's a halfling, essentially. And
That's phenomenal.
but with an Indian complexion as well, which I love even more.
Hell yeah.
And yes, she is a sorceress, and all of her magic is ice themed, and she is leaning in hard. And I'm like, yes,
Everyone
good.
send
That's
this
so
kid
good.
dice right now.
Southern Africa. Wow, that's fun for you.
That's cool.
Yeah, excellent.
What time is it over there?
It
Well, they
would
just
be
got out of school.
5-ish?
Yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah. 4 or 5
Early
o'clock.
assuming
afternoon, I
mid-afternoon.
guess.
Yes. Alrighty. Well, we need a D2 exclamation mark roll space the number 2 in chat, please. And that person,
Yes.
please type exclamation mark ticket as well, because we have a giveaway going on. Shanahouse rolls a 2. That's Kingsley. Favorite Kingsley moment, everybody. Oh, they're very warm, I'd imagine. Yes, probably.
Yes.
Ticket. Ticket.
I've got this
Not
written
a-
in all caps.
It is 3:45.
That
There you go.
enthrall description. Golden peacock feathers.
Yes.
The way that you described that, I've not seen that. That was insane.
Dope. Very,
Thank
very
you.
cool.
I loved that.
Thank you, Shanahouse. Is how. I have 2, so I will go last in case Karen steals one. Favorite Kingsley moment, Karen?
I liked when Kiki was all like, we should go over and talk to them. And the way I wrote it down, I'm just going to read it exactly because I think it's... No, I wrote Kingsley giving himself some extra riz before approaching.
Yes. Yeah.
Actually, it just now occurs to me that this is just a repeat of what happened the first time, where we were like, maybe this is a bad idea, or Kingsley was like, I don't know, guys, and everyone goes like, no, I think we can make it work. Goes, okay, gets involved with it and winds up killing somebody.
Raid!
We've been raided, Jack Squib. Oh, the sneaky bastards.
He beat us!
They were playing
Damn it.
Pendragon, and apparently, how was it, guys? Was it good? Jack was just playing Pendragon with a whole bunch of people who, Chaosium veterans, and Raiders, you are very hecking welcome. Thank you for joining us, you excellent individuals. Favorite Raider modes up in chat. Guys, if you want another solid TTRPG streamer who doesn't do D&D, if you like a bit of the Call of the Cthulhu, or a bit of the Pendragon, or other shit like that, including Western Pulp Cthulhu, if that's your vibe, if that floats your boat, you
It
could
is.
do significantly worse than checking out, shout out at Jack Squarepeg. Where am I typing?
And
Nowhere.
yoink.
At Jack
Follow.
Squarepeg.
Into
Jack
the abyss.
is an Australian streamer. He is actually over on your side of the country as well, Zach. Solid
excellent.
bloke.
Solid.
And he plays here on Monday. He won't be back next Monday because I'm going to be down south. But the week after that, he will be Smoothie in our ongoing Midnight and Madness campaign, where he plays a Terran
Excellent.
cleric.
Hell
So he can
yeah.
have another crack at making me cry on stream with his acting talent.
He didn't just give a crack at it, he succeeded. I was almost in tears, and I wasn't even in scene with him. Call of Cthulhu is another TTRPG like D&D. And Pendragon is yet another one, and it's one I hecking want to play, but he's always streaming when I'm streaming, so I can't play with him. I pretend like I'm sad, but I'm actually sad. I just wanted to make that very clear. It's upsetting, Jack. Guys, I hope you had a really good game. And thank you very much for joining us, you bloody champions. So we're doing our favorite moments here. We are flattering Kingsley at the moment. I'm going to flatter him now. I have 2 favorite Kingsley moments. The first, I've already announced that it was going to be my favorite moment. Unfortunately, I'm a little attached to myself. It was very, very good. And the second one, we can unpack that later. In relation to Milo saying, I've seen myself die before, who hasn't? I think that was what it was in relationship to. He was just like, no, I'm not gonna, I'll deal with that later.
Yeah,
that's what it was in relation to.
Yeah.
For a more relaxed time.
We'll figure something
So we
out,
don't
Jack.
have time to unpack all that.
Yep, that's the one.
Okay. Favorite self?
I did really enjoy doing all my magic descriptions. It was fun. But I think as that one was already mentioned, I did enjoy my, even though it failed, the vicious mockery attempt to the ghost with what is it, the hands off, or I'll scrub what's left of your memory.
Oh, that was solid.
Yikes.
Very nasty
That
threat.
hurt me.
Yeah, I was like, and then I nat 20'd the same.
And you're on our side.
I rolled no nat 20s except for saves today. I rolled 3, all for saves.
I mean, hey.
Yeah, if you're gonna ace something, there are worse things to ace. Very well. Well then, we should go away from here because we've been streaming for a gosh darn while.
Nice try.
Fine.
My
DM
favorite
trying to
Josh
run out the
moment.
door again.
No.
My favorite Josh moment is you nearly making me waste a 3rd level spell slot.
Oh, what? What were you going to waste a 3rd level spell slot on?
Conjure animals.
So, yeah. Well, they still have been there. They still use them. They just wouldn't have done anything. Would not have achieved the goal you got them to achieve. Yeah.
That was really good. I figured I'd let someone else do the details.
I love the door was open the whole time traps. They're so much fun. You just have to go way out of your way to make it not obvious that that's what you're doing. Yeah.
And like, I saw it, but I was like, no, surely not.
I was gonna say that whole trap sequence was bloody incredible. It was so good. But to give a specific moment, because I feel like it's sort of it's a lot of ground to cover to just take that whole thing. I specifically really enjoyed at the end there, where again in the moment you didn't break the tension or kind of like break the realism of it, where you were just like, yeah, it shoots you, like you failed the save, you take 8 damage, and it was like, oh damn, like that hurts, that really sucks. And then after all the spells get popped and everything, the glass shatters and the illusion breaks, and then you're like, oh yeah, by the way, Kingsley,
you won't hurt.
The arrow shatters, you have not taken any damage. That was like such a real, like, it was such a cool twist, because it could have just as easily been a part of the trap and actually have hurt me, or like there's like a whole bunch of things that it could have done, or like the arrow disappears but the wound is still there, but to have it be like so buried in there and then to reverse it at the end for the effect was so good. It was
the thing is, I've always been confused by these sort of really elaborate dungeons that was like, okay, so we're going to bury this really important thing there, and then we're going to make it fucking difficult to get to. I'm like, why? You're going to want it at some point.
They can get to it.
It's like, the one piece of logic that I have ever understood with that is if the person putting it there is a wizard that can teleport.
Yeah, or you
Then
know
I'm
how
like-
to bypass all of the traps. But if you happen to know that all the traps are bullshit, then that's safe.
Yeah, you can literally just...
If you're a big old wizard that can teleport, just put that shit in the pocket dimension.
Yeah, exactly. There are just better solutions. Yeah. Or carry a bag of sand.
Stop wasting
Just
dungeon
rust.
space. Oh, I have one of those in one of my
Yes.
other campaigns, actually.
Pocket sand.
Oh yeah, my bag of holding, I just filled it with sand. I'm waiting for the best time to break it out. Also, that's
I think my dad definitely used a jar of marmalade, a jar of marmalade holding for that purpose once. And then he was like, the problem is I really want my jar of marmalade holding. it can contain an infinite amount of marmalade, but nothing else. So,
I got one of those in my fridge.
what's
It's
fun
like
is
2 kilos of marmalade.
but it doesn't contain an infinite amount of marmalade. It just can. You have to fill it up. So he keeps going. Every time they got to a new town, he would buy up all the preserves and put them laboriously into this jar. He even bought a spoon of perpetual cleanliness for that exact purpose, so he didn't have to clean the spoon after every time.
Incredible.
Amazing.
Yeah, my dad plays a very silly character. He's played D&D exactly once, and he played quite a long campaign as Lord Duke Rutgar of Gretz, formerly. He is no longer the Duke.
Oh,
Was it the marmalade?
No, he just sort of semi-deliberately retired. His nephew was like, "You should not be the Duke. I reckon I should be the Duke. You're not very good at it anymore, Uncle." And he's like, "Fair, I'm not. And I don't really like it. Fuck it. I'll go adventuring again at age 60. And the nephew takes over. And he's actually a shit. And he's going to be a different part of the campaign that we never got to. Yeah, he's actually been running Gretz into the ground. It's really bad. And that's hard, because Gretz is already a shithole. Like, the rest of the nation is quite forward-thinking and very progressive. And Gretz is, like, serfs. Like... The only landowner is the Duke.
what y'all know about toiling?
Yes. Yes, no, if the
Me and my
Duke has
homies
more
out
money,
in the
we'll get
soil.
more money. That just makes perfect sense. Yes, alrighty. Any other favorite DM moments, or do I have to talk about myself?
I always just really enjoy your descriptions
Thank you.
when we discover places. Like you set the atmosphere really well. Like when we come into the cemetery and it's foggy and there's 2 ghostly figures standing in the distance.
Yeah. Having the mini helped as well. So this I have a whole army of, well, I have a decent sized raiding force of ghosty boys that are all painted in this manner. There's another
Hell yeah.
little Nighthaunt boys. They're relatively easy to paint, but very striking. My favorite me moment, I did really love my trap that isn't a trap. I am very fond of traps that aren't traps. But I also homebrewed the Foot Knights of Qril. I think my favorite moment was the detail about them being benevolent conquerors.
If there is such a thing.
That's very cool.
As close to a benevolent as you can get. Yeah, I quite like that as that's an interesting twist, and puts the lie to it, because these guys are pricks. Look, they're being horrible. But that's now they're dead. Maybe death has changed them. We don't know. That's the fun. So, well...
I think they're cursed.
I do have a second DM moment,
Alright.
and that's... One second, I'm going to sneeze and...
Fair enough. Not a very good flattery to be sneezed at in the ear. Destroy the economy.
Anyway, my nose just decided it's all up in the air. I've got pressure behind my eyes. 1 second. So basically, other favorite DM moment is letting me fucking ruin, like, the whole investigation.
It didn't really,
And
but
being okay with it.
I was like, wow, this is going to shortcut the entire thing if he turns not into smoke now. Investigates this end room after bypassing all of the difficult bits, and then fucking leaves again with the information required. I was like,
I thought
well,
about
shit, I'm
it,
going to
but-
have to improvise the entire bloody game then, aren't I?
No, I thought about it, and I was like, no, that's mean. I want my friends with me.
Yeah. Comes out, well, that was easy. Okay, next up. What the? No!
It was more
No,
like
dead
a,
set, they
do we
would
need
have,
to go
the
and get
ghosts would have
everything
noticed
anyone?
you. It was like, what do? I kill the others with the ghosts while Milo's not there. That's a great idea. Yeah, cool. Alrighty. Well, splendid, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, please remember to type !ticket in chat. Last few to go in, particularly our raiders. We have a giveaway going on at the moment for the Troll Lord Games store. $10 voucher for the Troll Lord Games online store. It's a US-based TTRPG gaming group, and they have some very excellent PDFs and things for around the $10 mark on their store. So, go into the draw for that !ticket in chat as we do our sign-offs, goodbyes, and mention the Ukraine again. Karen, if you wouldn't mind.
The Ukraine, you may have heard, it's having a bit of a war. It's been having a bit of a war for a while now. So if you are in a position to throw some dollars to the emergency action appeal, you'll find the link in chat. It is specifically supporting Ukrainian refugees, of which there are sadly many. So if you can, please follow the link and donate.
Splendid. Thank you very much. Yes, we are affiliated with Trolllord Games. They create the Castles and Crusades system. They have just kickstarted for a brand new revision of it, Reforged. It finished up yesterday. You might be able to still do a late pledge, though, if you follow the link over to the Kickstarter for it. I backed it. It's going to be great. Yeah, take care of that person. We'll see you next time, my friend, I hope. We are also affiliated with Woodenforge gaming accessories. I don't know why I just capitalized it, but it should still work. Woodenforge.com/Corsairs Cove is a great place to get some gaming paraphernalia like this gorgeous Jarrah Dice Keeper. It's one half of a much larger thing like this, and this is where I keep my pretty click-clacks. I roll all the dice for Humblewood, and I have pretty much since the beginning in this thing. It's just generally very pretty and cool and groovy. I recommend their shit completely, partially because I get a little kickback if I do, bloody champions. So, if you do fancy some, go over and check it out. But it's also gorgeous stuff. I'm not being just paid to say that. I actually love it. They're also really great guys, and they will be down at Bridgetown with me this weekend, hanging out, playing D&D. Because they're local boys. And the first time we went down, they were like, "You!" And he's like, "You!" And we had a great time. And Dreaded GM is coming over this year as well. And he's running a whole homebrew game in Oakenash down there. This is canon for the people who are playing in his game this weekend.
Nice.
Micro campaign, 4 sessions long. Freaking cool. Very exciting, because we have not revisited Oakenash in a while. Certainly not live. I don't know if it's been done off the table, but yeah. Nope. Anyway.
At least not that I'm aware of.
Well, guys, who the heck have you all been? Zach, who the heck are you?
Hi, I'm Zach, and I have been here. I have been playing Kingsley, and I will be back hopefully next week, depending on how things go, but maybe on a different day. But if not, then potentially the week after, to continue playing this, because I want
you having
to.
fun? Yeah. And,
and
if you're wondering what Kingsley looks like, let's put Kingsley's back.
Yeah, my boy.
Hot boy. Jess.
I am Jess. I've been Milo. I am Zach's comorbid little fiance. So where he goes, I go eventually. Just wait around. I'll be there.
They are also, the 4 of us play with the Lorite and Terrace over on the Lorite's channel, or at least we will when August comes around, in an ongoing Vaesen campaign that started off as a one-shot, but we all became morbid together. And now it's we heckin' love it. That's good fun. Karen, who the heck are you?
Hello, I am Karen, sometimes known as the mother of bunnies. Yes, Siri is asleep on me, the weight of her ass slowly turning my legs numb. Oh, did I wake
She
you
just
up?
woke up by saying mean things.
I'm sorry, I'm being rude about you.
Snoozing, mummy.
But I can't feel my left leg. You can find me here, usually on Tuesday nights. I come and I play Baldur's Gate. And then Thursday nights we do Hearts and Homes. But, yeah, that's about it. You can also listen to the podcast There Be Dragons, where I play Ryland Westfall.
That's it. And I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsairs Cove, which I run with my lovely lady wife, Karen, the mother of bunnies, and all my splendid friends. But you know that. You've done it already. You're here. You've been. You've enjoyed. Thank you very much to our raiders this evening. We've had a couple of wonderful raids from some splendid means. Feel free, once again, to check out Jack Squarepeg or the Lost Archives. Both are excellent places to catch non-D&D content as well as D&D content. We are very much supportive of that space. I am particularly fond of Jason Statham's Big Vacation and other games of one-page TTRPGs by Grant Howitt, but we've indulged in a few. Major Magica is an ongoing thing we do here as well. Jack does the Call of Cthulhu a lot, and the Lost Archives have an ongoing Avatar Legends TTRPG system going. Some really good stuff. I have been and one day will continue to be Bishop Boss. Yes, you have, Bishop Blood. We will go away from here now, but we need to draw that giveaway. So get your final tickets in chat. You're going to quick, and closing the giveaway. We draw a winner we get Shanahos. Hey!
Hey!
A win for Shanahos. There we go.
Nice.
Excellent.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Shanahos. That will be winging its way to you on the Discord. We have a Discord if you want to come and hang out with us there. We've got the YouTube. If you want to purchase any, come and have a watch of any of our shows, including the previous episode of this. This VOD, if you want to catch up on it, will be up 10:15 tomorrow night. Because I do have to leave 24 hours. It's a Twitch T's and C's thing. Otherwise, it would be up tonight because it would be easier for me. But, and we have all the socials. If you want to check any of those out there, we will go and raid somebody now, guys. Who do we have? Roll to explode. Roll 1 to explode. We've got Eldorian Tales playing D&D. Curse of Strahd. Now.
Oh.
I do love a bit of Curse of Strahd. Eldorian Tales are speak mostly Persian, but they do tend to switch to English when we get there. So head on over there, show them the love like we always do, throw up your favorite raid emotes up in chat, and tell them where you came from. We will see you same bat time, same bat channel on Tuesday night for some more Baldur's Gate 3, and I will finish painting this lady, who is wearing porcelain armor. That's what I've been doing with her. Yeah, she's very cool. Alrighty, not particularly effective, but very cool. And we will
you're gonna
go
get
away, guys.
sliced up, not by
Look,
swords.
she's not gonna have a great time. But yeah, no, it's all for show. She's very cool. Alrighty, we will go away, guys. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.